gentlemen, welcome back to EBS Television, and high school football is finally back. I'm Landon Collins alongside Hayden Clark. Hayden, let's talk about these outfits real quick.
First thing I just wanted to say is glad to be here with you for the 2023 season, our senior years. Obviously, as you can see, the shoes that both of us got just this summer did a little bit of a wardrobe redo, right?
We sure did.
We really wanted to deck out this year. We're going to make it as exciting as possible. We'll wear different things just about every time. Keep it interesting for y'all. But it's good to be back, and it's good to be here doing football a year later. And we've done a lot in between the time from then to now, such as baseball. It was one of the things we got to do for the first time as our boys went all the way to the state title game, unfortunately losing.
I'm just going to say this right now. I think they really have a chance to take it all the way this year.
They really do.
Lost a couple of seniors, that is true, but
they have quite a bit of talent on
that
that
Garrett
roster
Scholl,
still.
They have a lot of pitchers returning.
Too.
Whately,
Texas Tech commit. Sorry.
Hey, you're good there. But yeah, Whately committed to Texas Tech recently. A couple other good pitchers. Keon Young, a freshman coming in. He's pitching about 80 miles per hour. Yeah. That's correct. So.
And another thing to look at is softball. We just started doing softball for the first time. Me and our very own Liam Franklin will be on there on senior night, I believe, for that game. It's going to be very exciting, working on a lot of more projects. Quite a few interviews and special things you're going to see here today on stream that we're really excited to show you. But one of the things that we wanted to show were those outfits and the shoes and such. I want to show just our appreciation and our love for this.
Yeah, for sure.
So I also wanted to ask you while we're here and we started, how was your summer, Landon? What'd you do all summer?
My summer was good. I played a lot of tennis, worked at Oakwood Country Club. I was a tennis instructor for the youth tennis camp there, red ball through green ball. So orange ball is there in the middle, an hour each for Monday through Thursday, But that was pretty fun. And on top of that, I played tennis. And
so
hung out with friends.
How did you do in tennis over the summer?
I played a couple tournaments. I did all right. But this is my senior year. I'm looking forward to season. Here comes spring. Coach Rogers and the rest of my team, my doubles partner, Carter Reinhardt. And I think that will be good.
Yeah, good. And you made a lot of improvements in that game over the summer.
Lots of lessons, lots of clinics. It's definitely grinding over the summer, I will say that, Hayden.
A good grind.
How was your summer?
It was pretty good, actually. I got to work a lot throughout the summer and make some money, get to see my family. I got to go on a vacation up out of town for a week or so. You know, just got to relax and practice and get ready for this game here today.
That's good. And here's the pre-recorded interview with Coach Condor I had earlier this week. Hey, Enid fans. I'm Landon Collins sitting alongside the head coach of the Enid Plainsmen, Coach Cameron Condor. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing great. It's a great day.
That's great, sir. So to start things off, I'm going to ask you, what year is it for you here at Enid High School, and what's the transition like from an assistant coaching position to a head coaching position?
So this is my 9th year at Enid High School. I came up in 2015 from Salina, Texas, and came up here with Steve Hayes, and in the middle of the transition between Steve Hayes and Rashawn Woods, I took the head coaching job in Locust Grove, and then returned to Enid High School soon after.
That's really cool. I really like how you're in Texas. Texas is a big state for high school football. Oklahoma, it's a pretty good state, I'd say. So It's up there, but I'm going to ask you, how important is Summer Pride in the off season?
Well, Summer Pride is really important. Number one, you start developing your culture, especially in the first year of a program. You start kind of seeing what kids think of the culture you're establishing and the things you're selling to the kids and the parents and the community. And so this summer we had a tremendous turnout for Summer Pride. Kids were working hard. Have a new strength and conditioning coach with the departure of Tracy Baldwin, and so Lane Hendricks did a great job this summer alongside all my assistants. My assistants showed up every day this summer, and we had 30 plus show up 100% of the time for Summer Pride, which is remarkable. Doesn't matter what program you're in. Last year we had 2 show up 100%, and so to have those numbers were just a testament to my assistant coaches and the program we're trying to build.
It's really good. New things come with the new head coach. Speaking of new things, tell us a little bit about that hat you got on right there. It says Effortville.
Yeah. So, when I took the job, I've always had a plan for, if I were to get the head coaching job, and what I would sell my kids in this community on, and that would be effort in the classroom, effort on the field, effort in everything you do in life. You can be successful if you give maximum effort. Everybody in our program can give effort, and so we're really trying to train our kids. It's every day trying to train our kids for giving the greatest effort they possibly can. And so I came up with the mantra Effortville, and people tend to ask me, hey, is Effortville somewhere in Oklahoma? And I say, yep, right here at Selby Stadium.
Well, last season, won their first playoff game in 15 years. The last playoff game they won was actually with Austin Box in 2006. And you had two pretty remarkable players on this squad in the 2022 team. You had Luke Rao with a 1,000-yard rusher and Taki Andrews, a 1,000-yard wide receiver. How do you replace those two players?
I get this question asked often, so it's pretty easy, actually. Those kids are going to be hard to replace. Great leaders, great players, great teammates, and so we're going to take the approach of we're going to replace those guys in numbers, and so we've got about 4 or 5 running backs that will run out there, and we'll kind of go with the hot hand. And at the receiver position, we're going to spread the ball to 3 or 4 guys and not keep it with just one guy. And so you're going to see the ball spread out all over the place. My definition of balance is not running the ball 50% of the time and throwing the ball 50% of the time. My definition of balance is how many guys touch football.
I really like that, and I like you kind of putting the passing game in more compared to previous coaches we've had. I mean, let's go to the defensive side of things. This Muskogee offense is pretty high-powered. How are you and your team going to prepare? And just what's the mindset coming in to Friday night's game?
Bottom line is we're going to have to get after the quarterback. Jamarian Ficklin's, by all accounts, the top quarterback in the state. He's a junior. He's had a big freshman year, big sophomore year. He's a 2,800-yard passer, 32 touchdowns. And so we're going to have to get after him, put pressure on him, make him think quick, and if we can get to him, it'll be good for us. Outside of that, we gotta play deep coverage. They throw the ball down the field. They got a high-powered rushing attack. Offensive line is big, strong, and physical. They got a number of guys playing both ways up front. So, hopefully we can wear them down offensively to help our defense get some pressure on the quarterback.
Well, thank you, Coach, for coming out today. Really had a good time. Folks, thank you for tuning in.
I have a question for Landon here. What are your expectations for the season, Landon?
Honestly, you lose 8 offensive starters, 8 defensive starters, you lose the kicker, but that's special teams, but kickers are important too. Don't forget that, folks. But
it's a third of the game. You got to remember, it's still a third of the game.
But I'm going to say this. I really like the direction this program is going in. This new Effortville thing, a lot of new hires on the staff. I could see this going somewhere. Offense is looking good. I've been out there. Defense is looking great. I think you'll have around 500%.
There you go.
In the regular season.
Awesome.
You'll get into your first round playoffs, win it once again, second round. You're going to win it this year, right?
There you go.
Keep going, right? There we go. Folks, thank you for tuning in. I'm Landon Collins alongside your head coach of the Enid Plainsmen, Coach Comer. Welcome to Muskogee, 52 minutes southeast of Tulsa, a rougher village where week 0 begins here in the great state of Oklahoma. It's the Plainsmen and the Roughers, live from an electric Warrior Field here on EPS television. Hi everybody, Landon Collins alongside Hayden Clark here tonight up in the booth. And Hayden, both teams last year coming off very memorable seasons in program history.
Yeah, those two really great seasons for both teams, respectfully. Both of them started off their seasons last year playing each other, where Enid unfortunately lost 28-26 in a late game heartbreak. But from there, both teams continued to play great throughout the season, both getting playoff spots, where Enid obviously went on to go to Edmond Memorial to play them and won their very first playoff game in a long time, and then went on in round 2 to play Bixby, unfortunately losing that game. But a lot of good came out of that season. 2-star players came out, Tyke Andrews and Luke Rao. Both of them were D1 football commits, OSU and Air Force respectively. Another D1 commit was Eric Lewis over at the DB position. Very good DB, very hard hitting, was a constant playmaker, and went to Air Force as well.
And you also had a couple other guys. You had Omar Penate, Evan Sullivan, Marcus Tommy.
Devin Gaines.
Devin Gaines, yes. So you had a lot of players from the 2022 senior class
who
went on to play at the next level.
17 starters were seniors last year, and now we only have 5 returning starters.
On the defensive side of the ball, and then on offense, you really only have 2 true starters. And you have a couple guys like Tyson Kennedy Zaire and a couple other players who were rotational guys, but they really were not true starters on that team.
And the main starter returning from last year obviously will be quarterback Aiden Robinson, who has now been given to the keys to the quarterback position and is now going to be the QB1 going forward. After last year, we had much debacle over that with him and Bennett Percival. Bennett has actually been switched to tight end this year. Israel Gonzalez will be QB2. And Aiden has been putting in a lot of work over the summer, over the last year. His arm is looking as good as ever, if not better. And he's ready to lead this offense that is going to pass the ball quite a bit. And looking over there, our wide receiver 1, Zaire Allen, had a great offseason, has been putting in work throughout, has gotten incredibly talented with the football, an overall great receiver in every way. He can make any catch. He can run any route in the route tree. He's got very good speed. He can break tackles, and he can get up there and get that ball. Another wide receiver to look out for throughout the season will be Carmelo Washington, number 11, the Texas, South Lake Coral transfer here a couple years ago. He had a little bit of a year, last year, where he didn't play as much. He played on the defensive side of the ball as a DB, but now this year he'll be a wide receiver and a defensive back.
Just had the team captains at the coin toss: Brock Sullivan, Jamison Washington, Britton Combs, and the Everettville captain, Bennett Percival. That one switches up every week, Coach Condor told us. And Enid to receive the football here to start the 2023 season.
So we're going to get to see Condor's new offense here just to start. We're not going to see team defense. And another thing to note about this offense is that offensive line. This offensive line only has 1 returning starter. Brock Sullivan was not technically a starter last year. He will now be a starter this year. But Caden Gonzalez, Dylan Nelson, and Estevan Gonzalez will be there, and Tyler Gamble on the O-line anchoring it. Dylan Nelson, a returning starter, is a very strong, very physical guard over there. Tyler Gamble will be the new center, taking charge for Evan Sullivan, hoping to fill in the big shoes. And now the offense is rolling, or the team is rolling out, getting ready for kickoff.
Yes, they are. Tyler Gamble, I've heard a lot of good things about him snapping the football, and Dylan Nelson, obviously the only true returning starter on this offensive line. He's definitely going to be a leader out there tonight and for the rest of the season.
Another thing to note, Brock Sullivan just got an offer here recently in the last week. I think you know a little bit about that, Landon.
Yes, I do.
Well, team getting ready to come out. Another player that is going to get a lot of reps here today, Mason Benton at wide receiver. He was a placeholder and a backup wide receiver here last year, but he'll be getting reps in maybe as a starter today.
Let's go to the wide receiving core a little bit. You have Zaire Allen. He's definitely going to be the main target here on offense for the Plainsmen about all season long, I'm going to guess. We've seen him play in the scrimmages. He's caught a lot of passes, scored a lot of touchdowns. Another new player on the receiving core, Bennett Percival, as you've talked a little bit about him. he's going to be out there on the field catching passes, getting extra yards after the catch.
Another guy to look out for on the receiving core will be Brady Bierschmidt. He will be a first-year starter. He had a lot of reps towards the end of the season last year, especially in the playoffs. He is going to have a much larger role this year in the receiving core and in the defensive back room. So look for him to be a huge impact player.
So to kick off for the Ruffers, number 42, Valenti Espinoza. And back to receive for the Plainsmen is going to be Brady Bierschmidt and Clayton Rowland, the sophomore and cousin of previous star Enid Plainsman football player Tyke Andrews.
You know, we don't talk about how exciting that game last year was and how good of a game it was, despite the fact that we lost that game. It was a really good game, really fun to watch. Made a lot of plays in that game, very entertaining from beginning to end.
Oh, it was a very good game. You are definitely right about that.
Let's hope this game is just as good with a different outcome.
Espinoza looks both ways. The 2023 season is underway. Medium length kick, and it goes out of bounds. There's the flag.
So flag to start for the Ruffers, obviously, for kicking it out of bounds. Just simply can't do that. So
Bierschmidt picks the ball up right after it lands out of bounds, hands it to the ref.
So now
Plainsmen coming onto the field. We'll see where they get spotted at here in their own territory.
So first team offense, and we're going to see. Let's see what they have in store on this drive. As we know, they're going to pass the ball a lot more in recent memory. They used to be a heavily running football team, but now they will be.
They're going to air it out a little bit more.
Condor said himself they're really going to throw the ball to these guys and give these guys the ball in space and chances to make plays with the ball. See what they can do.
When
He
I
has
asked
a
Coach
lot of
Condor, how would you explain your offense? Like, obviously, you have like spread offenses. You have a bunch of other types of offenses. He said it's the power spread. So he also said they're going to try to get the defense, offset a little bit, set up the run game. So we're going to see how it really turns out tonight.
He has a lot of trust in his playmakers to make those big plays and get the ball in space and make something happen with the ball.
First play of the game, the whole team is lined up on the left side of the field. It's only Gamble. Robinson takes a snap, fires to Allen. He catches it behind the line of scrimmage, makes a move, goes upfield, only gets about 8 yards.
A trick play just start the game, Landon. Interesting. They kind of formed a wall over there and threw it to him on a screen to see if he could take that one and follow his blocks, but he was only able to get a couple out of it.
Jamison Washington here on the right side making his first career start at wide receiver along with Tyson Kennedy and Zaire Allen.
Injured his hand earlier in the week, so that's something to note when he lines up out there.
Motions a man over, looks right side. Kennedy catches it inside the 30, cuts up field, gets to the 35, knocked out of bounds, gets the first down.
Kennedy's going to be a huge part of this football team throughout the year. Last year, he was a record breaker with 8 interceptions in his freshman season. Now they've moved him over to offense and see if he has the catching skills to play wide receiver. So far, it looks like he's going to get a lot of passes thrown to him this year.
Bennett Percival into the game now. Or he was in the game, excuse me, just lined up on trips left, hands it off to Fuchsa, gets up to about the 37.
Looked like maybe he only got about 2 yards, maybe
Gets
a
to
yard
the
on
38,
that.
so he does get a yard there, brings up second down and long.
This offensive line is going to be tested throughout the game by this Ruffers defensive line. This line has made a lot of changes from last year, and they're a lot smaller than they were last year. This Ruffer defense is really going to try to put pressure on them and put pressure on the quarterback and see if they can get to him.
2 to each side, takes a snap, hands it off. Fuchsa doesn't get anywhere once again.
Looked like the ball may have dropped afterwards.
Ruffers say they have it, but it's still with the Plainsmen. They actually lose 1 yard there. So 3rd down and 10 here at their own 37-yard line.
I don't know. There's just not enough time. You were right.
Motions Kennedy. Takes the snap. Steps back. Right, nope. It was intercepted
He almost had that one, just went right
I
through
thought he had
his
that one.
hands.
E.J.
Yeah.
James right there.
It looked like Washington may have had him beat on that route, but the ball was just slightly underthrown, so he was able to get up and make a play at it. Just really lucky that he wasn't able to reel it in and take it the other way. Now we're going to see Robinson punt for the first time this year, so a 3-and-out, I believe.
Here's Robinson to punt. Almost gets blocked, but he boots it all the way to the other side. Taking it at the 29. Hit hard.
Josh
Keeps the
Withy.
football there. That was number 2, Dayon Bowler.
Withy
who
there
took
to
the
make
kick.
the hit. A big hitter, guy last year who made a lot of plays on that defensive line and also played tight end. They've moved him around. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants and be free on the field. Get to make a lot of plays throughout the year.
So a lot of new faces here on defense, and that means a lot of new people, making their first career starts. I see Cody Stock out there, Brady Bierschmidt,
Jesse Pinate.
hands it off to Johnson, gets to the 40, taken down at the 43.
Simple run, and they're going to kind of hurry up the offense a little bit. So some kind of familiar faces, kind of not on the defense. These players had playing time last year. They just didn't start games and didn't quite have the experience that some other guys did. Now they're going to be tested a lot this year.
Ficklin steps back. Combs can't get to him. He fires right side wide open in the right side of the field. Just dropped there by Jaden Swanson. He could have taken that one all the way.
Yeah, Swanson's going to be really upset about that one. He had a lot of room to run and could have taken that one to the house. He had the Enid defense fooled. Just a mistake on his part.
The main thing the Plainsmen need to do here on defense, they just need to get to this quarterback. Jamarian Ficklin, a highly touted quarterback in the nation and probably the best in the state.
Two guys that are going to have to really do that are Jarrett and Drayden Russell. Both of them dropped weight recently during this offseason, but let's see if it made them more explosive on the line. Let's see if they can get to the quarterback and put pressure on him and force him to make mistakes.
Hands it off to Johnson, hit by Withy, but he does get the first down. And a big pile there, all the way to the 48.
Still going to be a first down. So after hurrying it up on the first play, they're kind of being patient now, settling in, getting ready, seeing what Ficklin can do. This Enid defense, other than the wide open drop, has been playing decently well on this drive, or well.
So their first down of the game. With the handoff, Ficklin steps back, looks, slings it right side. He beat his man, and it's dropped once again. Jaden Swanson cannot get the football, and there's Jesse Pinate in his face.
Trying to get into his head. They've made two big mistakes on this offensive drive so far. Both of them have been drops.
Swanson out of the game now.
Just mental errors on the referee's part so far.
So the clock stops at 8:29.
Twin set, I believe.
Here's the play action. Slings it right side, taken in by Beasley, and he gets tripped up quick. Only a 1.5-yard gain, maybe 2.
Kennedy was there to get the tackle immediately. Sweep the legs. So let's see if they can get a stop here on third down, get the ball back, and see if they can get something going on offense. Get a tempo and get a groove on.
Here's the option, and he's taken down quick in the backfield.
One of the guys we were talking about, one of the Russell brothers, there to make the play.
Coach Condor fired up on the sidelines. That's fourth down, a 3-and-out right there. And now the Plainsmen to receive the football.
Drayden Russell making the play to force the punt. As you know, we said earlier they dropped in weight, but he looked just as explosive as ever on that play. So now Enid's going to get the ball back. Let's see what type of trickery they may have on this drive.
Back to receive Clayton Rowland, the sophomore. Ficklin boots it. Something interesting, Hayden. Both teams' quarterbacks are the punters.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to
They
think.
have arms and legs.
Yeah, Aiden Robinson.
Obviously, humans do. But
hasn't
they're pretty
Robinson?
strong in those areas.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Robinson's been the punter since what, freshman year?
He has.
Yeah, he's been the starter ever since then, and then eventually he started playing quarterback, and now he's starting quarterback too.
And now he's a junior. He's an upperclassman, and really one of the only returning starters on this team, as we've said. So he really has a chance to step up, lead this offense in this season.
He's also a shortstop and a pitcher in baseball too. A huge part of why they went to state this year.
There's a whistle on the field. Don't see a flag.
Maybe a miscommunication.
Okay, looks like we're all good now. So Plainsmen line up at their own 30-yard line. 7:14 to go here in the first quarter. All tied up at 0. Hands it off to Fuchsa. Gets 4 yards.
He's had, 3 carries tonight, and he's only been able to get 2 or 3 yards every run. Last year when we saw him in a game, he came in for a drive, and he was carrying the ball really well. We haven't seen that so far.
Second down and 6 from their own 35.
Allen one-on-one on the top.
Robinson loses the football on the throw, picks it back up, looks, fires to Washington, and it's intercepted by Dayon Bowler.
What a play by Dayon Bowler. Robinson picking up his own fumble and trying to make a play out of it.
Flag after the play.
That may be.
I'm going to say it's an unsportsmanlike conduct, but still going to be Ruffers' ball no matter what.
A huge mistake early in the game for Enid. It could be a costly one. This could turn into points. It was mistakes like that Condor really said that they didn't want to make. While we talked to him throughout the summer, he said that those mistakes really needed to be kept to a minimum, especially against a team like this. Still plenty of time left in the game, obviously. 3.5 quarters left, but you don't want to get off to a slow start like that.
It's been stop for stop. Interception, maybe interception for interception here. That's what we hope, of course, but
let's see if they can make a big
we'll
play
see if
on
they can
defense.
make it happen.
The D-line has made a play. Let's see if this defensive back or any of these defensive backs can do something. Obviously, Tyson Kennedy is a huge playmaker, as we've said.
So they set up right near midfield. Ficklin steps back, looks for it all. Deep down the field, too much.
Good coverage by Bierschmidt and Panade. Taking a shot on first down. Does not work.
Clock will stop at 6:26. Brings up second down. So Muskogee definitely is going to, take the shots downfield. They've tried it. They still haven't converted yet. I say knock on wood.
I think another guy they're really missing right now is Jaden Bell. He was one of those guys that could really do those deep shots to.
For sure.
He was a very explosive player. I think the him not being there just kind of changes the way that this offense runs and their deep shots.
And definitely on the defensive side of the ball, too. He was a great cornerback for them. Had a lot of interceptions last year. Is the reason why they were 6A2 state finalists.
I think it's changed the dynamic of the offense and the way that they run. As you saw in that shot, he didn't look very comfortable in the pocket, and I think that could have been the result of why he overthrew that ball. But he doesn't have his true number one wide receiver on the field like he had last year.
On third down, and Johnson cannot get anywhere. No gain on the play.
Looked like Jarrett Russell was there, so both Russells getting stops on third downs on both drives, and now they're going to punt.
So they're on the Plainsmen 47-yard line. And yeah, they're not going to go for it. They're just going to punt this one away.
Kennedy back to receive this one. So
last time it was Clayton Rowland.
First it was Rowland, now it's Kennedy. So let's see if they just continue to switch it up throughout.
Boots it. Kennedy takes it inside the 15, breaks a tackle. He's looking for somewhere to go to the 25, cuts upfield to the 30, knocked out at the 31.
Great vision on that run, even though it wasn't a huge return. He still showed great vision, broke a couple tackles. He's looked like he's made a lot of improvements throughout the offseason, been able to do a lot more, be a do-it-all guy, just be all over the field. And now another guy that's on the field, 83, Desmond Middleset, has a guy who did not start last year, a new guy. See if
he'll definitely be a
playmaker.
Rotational guy this year for the Plainsmen on offense. He's got the size, he's got the speed, and he's got the hands. He's a sophomore for Enid. So the game's still scoreless here in the first quarter with 5:05 left to go. Plainsmen on offense for the third time tonight.
Rowland in at running back for the first time tonight, so now he's going to get reps in.
So back to play here. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. In the shotgun. Robinson takes a snap. It's a pass play, steps back, fires to Middlestead, through his hands, incomplete.
Yeah, one of the things that we saw from him over the summer was his ability to run really good routes and catch the ball. Unfortunately, there he dropped that. But a rotational guy like him who has good hands, can run good routes, has the speed for it, is a guy that we need. He just got to catch those footballs and bring it in.
Of course. Here's another shot at it. 2 to the left this time, 1 to the right.
Let's see if they start throwing the ball Zaire's way. Besides the first play, they haven't really given him it.
Looks like Parks is in the game in the backfield. Fires to Kennedy, breaks a tackle, cuts upfield, gets the first down.
Great play by Kennedy, moving the chains. A good catch and a good run afterwards.
Do they say move the chains? Yes, they do. So first down for the Plainsmen all the way to the 41-yard line.
See if that can create some tempo on offense. See if they can get something going there and create a drive and get some points out of it. Be the first team to score.
More of a tighter formation for Enid.
Withy and Wiggins in now.
Here's the handoff to Fuchsa. He gets tripped up quick, gets to the 45.
His best run of the night, about a 5 or 6 yard run. Now they're getting something going. Fuchs out. Now Rowland is in. Another tight formation.
Four minutes and 10 seconds to go. Clock is running. Handoff to Rowland. He's trying to find somewhere to run.
Taking people
He gets
with
forward
him.
progression of 2 yards there. So all the way to the 58-yard line.
Somebody of his size.
Nope, not the 58.
You've made that mistake a couple times throughout the years.
I sure have. That's not very good on my part.
But another thing you saw on that
It's
play.
not even the 8 part. It's 7.
Rowland,
That's the funny part about it.
Rowland on that run, for somebody of his size, it's really impressive that he was able to drag and take defenders with him on there, even though he couldn't get anything out of it. That's an impressive showcase of his strength.
Here's the third down catch from Kennedy. Tries to get somewhere, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's fourth down. They're keeping the offense on the field. It looks like they may go for this.
So Muskogee was in Plainsman territory. They decided not to go for it. They punted it away.
Enid being aggressive.
And they're in their own territory going for it. So maybe this is a little bit of a difference we see with Coach Conder.
Conder wants to be aggressive. Conder wants to keep the football for as long as possible and run as many plays as he could possibly do.
And a timeout on the field. So 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first quarter. We stay scoreless. Both teams just keep stopping each other. We had one interception from Muskogee from E.J. James. So now we take a quick break.
One of these offenses got to put together a full drive and get some points on the board. Both of these offenses have been hyped up throughout the offseason to be some of the most explosive in the state, and neither one of them have scored so far in this first quarter. So something to note is they haven't been moving the ball a lot. That could be a testament to how good both of these defenses are, both of them very talented. But I see the punt unit is coming out, so they're going to decide to punt afterwards.
So not the 58, it's their own 47. They decide to punt this ball away with Aiden Robinson. And back to receive for the Ruffers is Dayon Bowler. High snap taken in, boots this one. And he's going to let it bounce. Oh my goodness,
bounce.
Inside the 5.
What a punt by Robinson.
That's at
And
least
this
what it
feels
looked
like
from
deja
here.
vu from last season when they played each other, Landon. They were Muskogee was backed up here, and they almost got the safety.
They got the safety, but the
I'm
call
gonna
was
say
no
they
safety.
did. The call,
They had the safety, but
yeah.
the call was no
The
safety.
call was no safety, but a lot of us here in Enid would say that it's a safety.
So they're actually marked at the 7-yard line, so that's where the punt rolled out of bounds. A very lucky bounce there and a great punt from the junior quarterback and also punter Aiden Robinson.
And now's the time where this defense has got to get pressure on the quarterback and make something happen. They could have a huge play on this drive. Number funny. Funny.
Wow, we're just off to a great start, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the toss to the right side. Panate can't trip him up, but he gets taken down past the 30 to the 32.
Out of the danger zone, a huge gain for the Ruffers on the end around. Kennedy ended up getting him out of bounds. See if this defense can hold after the big play. They've slowed down the quarterback to this point, but everybody else been playing.
You know, I'd
making some
really expect
plays.
Ficklin to be more of a, up-tempo quarterback with this Muskogee offense that we saw last year.
Yeah, to this
right
point.
now, it's just been a lot of stops, and mostly the rushing game is what we've seen from the Ruffers. It's a handoff here to Johnson. He gets past the 40 and gets the first down.
You know, Landon, it just looks like he's kind of uncomfortable in the pocket and unsure of his reads, doesn't know where to throw the ball. After those 2 drops, I think he kind of lost a little bit of confidence in his playmakers to get the ball in their hands. You don't want your quarterback to be uncomfortable, then they'll continue to make more mistakes and get frustrated. But that's good for Enid.
So here they set up from the right hash at the 42. It's a shotgun set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. It's a sweep into the hands of Andre Beasley. He can fly downfield to the 20. A foot race to the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Ruffers.
A huge play for Muskogee. First team to score here tonight, making it 6-0 with the PAT on the way. And surprisingly, it wasn't the passing game that scored. It's been their rushing attack so far that's been up to speed and playing well. Ficklin has kind of had a slow start here in this first quarter.
He really has. That brings the score to 6-0. 6-0. Wow. Here to kick this one for the Ruffers is Richard Soto Morales.
Somebody coming on the field late. So that'll be good, and now it'll be 7-0 here with 1:17 remaining in the first quarter. Ruffers the first to score, but Enid looking to answer on this drive. They had something going on the beginning of the last one, then kind of stalled out and had to punt the football away, but see if they can get something going right now. Get some points. We know this team has the capability to go toe-to-toe with this team and can score with the football. They just got to do it. Been quite the afternoon, though, Landon.
Sure was. You know where we went to eat today.
Yeah, over to good old Whataburger, just like
And what's the
every
reason
year.
why? Who took us today?
Oh,
Besides,
Mark Ray.
Mr. Prokopis.
Our old dandy teacher, Mark Ray, wanted to go to Whataburger, his favorite place to go to. Shout out to that guy.
For sure.
It's been quite a fun day up until now, this trip. This has been fun, too. We've done a lot. Gotten to travel, 3 hours.
Very long drive.
Yeah, we got to spend 3 hours together in the car talking the whole time. Then we went to lunch, came here, and just hung out here. It's been fun.
Sure has. Here is Espinoza to send it away. High kick. Bierschmidt catches it inside the 25. Out of bounds at the 30.
So Enid coming on for their chance to score. So we'll start on the 31.
So here's a chance for the Plainsmen to answer back on offense. Ruffers had their first score of the game. Let's see if the Plainsmen can do it right here. Robinson steps back. Looks left side for Allen. Oh, and it's incomplete.
Almost able to jump over a man and get that ball. One thing that we heard a lot about him throughout the offseason is he can catch just about anything. Any ball thrown his way is a catchable football. He's extremely talented and can get just about any contested catch. Hasn't had the ball thrown his way too many times tonight, but I expect to see him get a lot of targets.
Maybe we see more shots downfield with this new Plainsman offense. We saw one right there. Could see more throughout this game. Handoff to Fuchs only gets 2. So that brings up a 3rd down and 8 from the 32-yard line.
See if they can get the ball out and let one of their wideouts make a play with it and get the first down.
Just under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Kennedy had a first down catch earlier in this first quarter. Let's see if he could possibly do it again. Maybe they look to the ground and give it to Fuchska. Sorry.
Rolls left, fires for Allen, and it's caught for the first down. And the toe drag, that was beautiful.
Toe drag swag. What a catch on the sideline by Allen. That'll be his second catch tonight.
Percival out of the game. Blaine Parks into the game. Here's the handoff to Blake. Spins off a tackler, almost stays on his feet. Once again, gets the first down past midfield all the way to the 44-yard line.
And those were the type of runs that we expect to see from him throughout the year. He is a groundbreaking runner. Great with the football in his hands.
20 seconds to go now. Hands it off once again in a flag down. Fuchsa breaks a tackle, finds a hole, gets the first down once again.
Enid getting the first down, finding a groove. That was actually offsides on the Ruffers. So Enid stepping it up, showing what they can do.
So add 5 yards to where the ball is placed now. Once they get this call off, as if it is offsides. The flag was at the 46 in Ruffer territory.
Yeah, the
From the
Ruffer
near
guy
side.
was just not able to get on the field on time. Enid took advantage of that, snapped the ball.
Still waiting for the referee, and it's
moving the chains forward.
moving the chains, but
unclear what the call was.
so set up at the 32-yard line in rougher territory, Plainsmen, for a 1st down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Blaine Parks into the game at H-back. Fuchsa at running back, Robinson at quarterback. Takes a snap, it's low, hands it off Fuchsa. Quick reaction there from Robinson. Fuchsa only gets to the 29-yard line.
So a gain of about 2. Make it a 2nd and 8. Washington back in at wide receiver.
So that's the end of the first quarter. The score is 7-0. Ruffers on top of the Plainsmen. Plainsmen knocking on the door here as they sit at the 29-yard line now. It wasn't changing the scoreboard, that's why I said that. But Aiden, what do you think about the first quarter so far?
Just a little bit of a slow start to the game. You can kind of expect that with the first game of every season. It's going to start kind of slow, and as the game continues, it'll pick up and it'll get more exciting. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of bad football out here. They've played pretty well in this first quarter, just made a couple tiny mistakes. They're doing great. They're knocking on the doorstep, getting ready, hopefully going to put some points on the board, whether it's a field goal, touchdown, and an extra point or what. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can get the ball to their playmakers and get pay dirt.
I think they can really open up the passing game here with the loss of Tyke Andrews. He was really their main receiver, yes. The guy would score with 2 defensive backs, maybe even 3 sometimes on him. He was definitely a playmaker, that's for sure, but really it opens up the offense for Enid. Gets more guys in this passing game. You see Zaire Allen, Tyson Kennedy, Bennett Percival, a new guy in the passing game.
It opens up the opportunity for them to spread the ball to other people. Condor's goal is not to get the ball to somebody thousands of times. He wants everybody to get the ball plenty of times. He wants everybody to have a chance to score and make a big play.
Here's the handoff to Fuchsa. Only gets 1 yard there. So now 3rd down upcoming for Enid, and it's a big one.
So 3rd at about medium. Plenty you can do here with this. They're talking it over. Parks almost went in. It's not going to. Percival will stay in. He's really got the size to play tight end. He's a big guy, 6'4". He could be that guy, that end zone or red zone threat for them, or
That's
blue
for sure.
zone.
The blue zone, yes. Here's Robinson, the 1st down catch, maybe. It's right on the marker. It looks to be just a bit behind.
Just ran a quick slant on the play and was able to get the catch. But I believe they are marking that just short. There's no reason why Condor and the offense won't go for this.
So a very big 4th down upcoming at the 22, 10:40 to go here in the first half. A tight formation for the Plainsmen. Robinson takes a snap, hands it off to Fuchsa, looks forward, and he gets the 1st down.
He's able to bully his way forward for the first, keeping the drive alive. And now
all the way to the 22, 2 yards shy of the blue zone.
I was just about to say, Landon, 2 yards shy of the very own blue zone. See if they can have their first trip there, see what they can do with it. 2 really, really big blue zone threats will be Bennett Percival and Zaire Allen. Both of those guys have the size and the contested catch ability to make a play.
Here's Robinson on 1st down. Play fake over the middle. Percival with the catch. Headed towards the end zone. What do they say? Touchdown!
Just as we were saying, one of those 2 guys would make a play here. Just outside of the blue zone, Percival gets it on a design throw to him in space, and he's able to bully his way through defenders for this first touchdown of the season. That's the first big blue touchdown of the season. It goes to the former quarterback, Bennett Percival.
Who the kicker is? It is Kevin Vega. We were told by Coach Condor he might have had a leg injury, and here he is. out on the field. The freshman, his first kick of his career. Hopefully he has a great one like Daniel Real did.
Yeah, a guy that didn't get a whole lot of recognition last year was Daniel Real.
Kick is up, and it's right through the uprights. It's good. We're tied up at 7 here in the first half.
Real deserved a lot of credit for what he did. One of the best kickers in the entire state, if not the best kicker in the state last year, was almost automatic with every single kick.
He's playing at NEO now, isn't he? Northeastern
I believe
Oklahoma.
so, yeah. He's a JUCO player and hopefully going to make his way up there and get to have a bright future. He has a bright future ahead of him, a lot of talent in that leg.
You know, the thing about NEO, that program there in JUCO, they have a lot of players that can go to the Division I level and the level after that, the National Football League. But a player from Enid, what's his name? Yeah, I just lost it. He played for Enid back about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. He played at NEO, and now he's at South Alabama playing tight end.
Another thing I saw interesting in the pregame, Cam Curl actually went to Muskogee, I believe, a Washington safety in the NFL. So that was kind of crazy. Just a fun fact.
So here's Vega to kick off for the Plainsmen. From the 40-yard line, 10:04 to go in the first half. All tied up at 7. A high kick towards the left side. Taken in at the 29 by number 3, Anthony White.
Plainsman defense back on the field. Juan Chavez in at safety now. A guy who we got told will rotate on the safety position pretty heavily.
So 1st and 10 from the Ruffers at their own 29. Ficklin to lead the offense. Quarterback with multiple Division I offers. And we haven't seen many looks to his favorite wideout, Caden McGee, who's not even in the game right now on offense. He was on defense, though.
Interesting that
he was hiding from me. Now, he just came into the game. He was hiding on the sideline. So now he's into the game along with Jaden Swanson, another athletic wideout on this Muskogee team.
Yeah, one thing about this team is their wideouts are incredibly athletic. Even with the loss of Jaden Bell, they still have one of the best wide receiving cores in the state. They just haven't taken advantage of that a whole lot tonight in the passing game, more so in the rushing game. See if they can get more comfortable in the passing game.
9:25 and taking over the middle to Beasley. He takes it in to the 30, breaking another tackle. He's headed towards the end zone for his second score of the night. No flags.
What a play, just like the Bennett Percival touchdown just a second ago, just with a lot of more yards to go. Just as I said they needed to get the passing game in order, they did. A strike.
Former Enid player that was at NEO is Lincoln Sefcik. That's the name of that player. I believe he played from, I think he graduated 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. So that means he went to high school with my sister.
Interesting,
yeah.
Landon.
So 13-7 the score.
Now 14-7.
And 14-7 the score.
See if we can match that with a score of our own. Score on score on score on score.
Of course.
Both offenses starting to heat up in the second quarter, though.
They really are. They're starting to get their groove. It was a stop for stop for stop, and there was a pick in there at some point from Dayon Bowler. But now it was score for score for score. So
see if
you
we can
had
match
those
that.
the first game jitters were there, and now they're gone. You know, I've heard that a lot from a lot of people that play football for Enid and just
I
a lot
imagine.
of people that play football at the next level.
I imagine it's really nerve-wracking towards the beginning, and as the game goes on, you get more comfortable in there, and then you start really getting your groove in. You start playing a lot better. 9:17 remaining here in this first half. 14-7. Ruffers up 7, but maybe not for long.
So now Soto Morales to kick off for the Roughers at the 40-yard line. Back to
Roland.
receive for Enid is Roland, yes,
And Bierschmidt.
and Bierschmidt. Roughers lining up on the left and right side. Morales steps back. Both kickers on this Muskogee team, the kickoff guy and the field goal specialist, are both freshmen. That's something interesting to note. But he's only lining up about a few yards back from the football. Boots this one high, taken in by Roland at the 20. Finds a lane, and he gets taken down at the 34, maybe the 35.
His ability to break tackles and his strength is very impressive, as I said earlier. He has the ability to drag defenders with him and make big gains out of it. That's really impressive and really rare for a running back. Almost like Javonte Williams on the Broncos, my favorite team actually, can break just about any tackle and just has extraordinary strength.
So here comes Aiden Robinson and his offense. So far, he is 2 for 2 on the Knights, but he actually, no, 2 for 3. He had the interception in there earlier. And tight formation, 2 to the right, though. Fires to Kennedy. And he goes forward for 1.
So 1 yard to start the drive to Kennedy. Trying to get the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and 9 now for Enid. 2 to each side. It's a quarterback run play for Aiden Robinson. Dives forward. He gets to the 43-yard line. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They have to get past the 45.
See what they can do on 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down at this point in the game. Number 1, Zaire Allen on the bottom of your screen.
Maybe they could take a shot downfield right here. But no, it's a handoff to Roland. Makes a quick move outside, and he gets hit hard behind the line of scrimmage.
Could not break the tackle that time. 3 people on him. Almost spun around and made a huge play. That would have been huge for them. Fortunately,
Are the Plainsmen going for it? Looks like they are. Fourth down and 3 on the field.
Mario Hearn in on the offensive line at the guard position to match Dylan Nelson. 2 excellent guards who were starters last year.
Just trying to get Muskogee to jump right there, and it doesn't work. So a timeout taken by Enid.
They may punt the ball this time. So after a scoring drive, the offense stalls out. Let's see if they end up punting the ball or going for it. So they're going to stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. The offense that averaged 36 points per game.
I don't think they're going to try to get him to jump here. They're actually going to probably call a real play, and they do. Robinson steps back. Quick fire, high catch by Benson at the sideline, stays on his feet. All the way to the 40-yard line into Rougher territory.
What a play by the senior wide receiver. finally getting reps in for his first time, and now
two
there's a
flags
flag on
down
the
after the
field.
play.
But what a catch and what a run after that catch by Mason Benton.
A way to really keep this drive alive.
He's got good size and a good frame, and he is very good with route running and has very nice hands. It's just the one concern they've always had about him is his speed. Showed that was not an issue on that play.
It looks like they might be bringing this one back. Here's the call.
Muskogee's coach is not happy about whatever call they just made. He's fired up.
So
And they are going to be moved back.
It's going to stay at 4th down. Probably will be a replay. And now I'd imagine Enid's going to punt the ball away.
Yeah, punting unit coming out. Would have been a huge play. Negated by a penalty. That's a big mistake. Let's see if they can get it next time. And 12 people on the field.
So they're at their own 35. 7:07 left here in the first half. Punt is away. It's taken in at the 28 by McGee. Making moves. Still on his feet down at the 43.
Just got crushed by a sea of defenders and now flags flying down.
Once again.
See how this defense adjusts on this drive and see if they can get a stop this time, get the offense the ball back. After a huge one play passing score, see how this defense steps up. .22 Blake Thompson is in, a sophomore, getting his first reps at safety. He's a guy that we heard would get plenty of reps this year as well.
Here's Caden McGee on first down at the 42. A sweep play to Beasley. He scored twice, but he gets knocked out of bounds. And another flag on the field. It's been flag, 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 flag.
Yeah, Landon, 3 straight plays where there's been flags. And that one's going to be on the Roughers, so they're going to move back. So negate the good run. And now going to switch it up a little bit, bringing new wideouts in.
So they get moved back to the 49-yard line. They're still in Plainsmen territory, though. So they set up for a first down and very long. So trips left, and then one wide receiver to the right. Left-handed quarterback, Jamarian Ficklin steps back, trying to find a hole. Can't get tripped up by Withy, but he gets the second chance tackle. Almost got to the original line of scrimmage, just 2 yards shy.
Withy, after almost getting ran over, gets back up and makes the play and gets the tackle. See if they can get off the field, a second down and about 11. See if they can hold for 2 plays and get the ball back.
Six minutes to go here in the first half.
McGee all alone on the bottom of the screen.
Plainsmen in need of a stop. Second down and 12. He steps back, looks deep down the right side of the field. Incomplete. And a flag.
Yeah, Bierschmidt jumped up and grabbed him from the neck and threw him down, so that's going to be a defensive PI.
Doesn't look like they're...
Tristan, I don't know how to say his last name, I forgot. I'll say it. Tristan Bonfleck in the secondary now, so they've been switching up the secondary a little bit. Not really adjusting over on the line.
So a first down for Muskogee. Ball at the 29.
.548 to play.
Here's Ficklin, hands it off to Johnson, cuts right side, still on his feet, gets taken down by Juan Chavez.
This is a great tackle by Chavez and a good run by the Roughers. Plainsmen need to slow down their rushing attack if they want to get off the field and stop this offense. Allen in at corner now.
Here's Ficklin, hands it off once again to Johnson, redirects himself all the way to the left side. It's a race to the corner and he gets in. Another touchdown for the Roughers, and that brings the score up to 20.
He redirected and saw nothing but open field on the left side, and he turned the corner and went down, burst to speed, and scored the touchdown. It's going to make it 20-7. Plainsman down 13.
He's got to get off those blocks, but hey, it's all right. Maybe they can do that
They'll
next
get
time.
him next time.
Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. 21-7, a 14-point lead for the Roughers here with 5:10 to go in the first half.
See if the offense can put together a nice, long drive to end out the first half, put some points on the board, keep it away from this Roughers offense that's been kind of on a streak a little bit, and go into halftime maybe down 11 or 14. Be in a good position.
For sure, yeah.
They do not get the ball to start the second half, though. That is something to note. So this could be territory where you kind of have to score with the ball and make something happen. You don't want to have a 3-and-out or not score and give them the ball back. Give them a chance to score now and when they get the ball after halftime.
So here's the Roughers to kick it off. Richard Soto Morales to send it back deep to either Bierschmidt or Roland.
In need of a big play or a big score.
Approaches the ball, sends this one towards Bierschmidt. Taken at the 19. Makes a move, still on his feet, looking for a lane. Gets hit, the ball was out, and it's picked up by Enid, it looks like. Ruffers, some of them saying they have it, and it's Enid football.
Looked like Adrian Alvarado immediately fell on that ball and kept it. Now Team O got to come out and do something with the football and get something going. Robinson has had a decent night passing the ball so far. Let's see him throw the ball a little more in space.
So the flag is on the Ruffers. Let's see where they line them up at. They're just near midfield. They say 1 yard into their territory, so it's at the 49-yard line.
Another thing to note, Enid only has one timeout, but they only have to go about 49 yards.
Well, they got 5 minutes to do it. We'll see what they can do here. Blaine Parks into the game at tight end. Allen on his own side to the left, but they fire right side to Kennedy. He takes it in. He gets a good block, and he gets about 8 or 9 there.
Got put on the ground after that. Had a great block. Just a wall of defenders there to get him, pick him up, and slam him into the ground.
So that brings up a second down and short for Enid. 1 yard just to go.
Last time they had field position like this, they did score.
Hand off to Fuchsa, and he will get the first down. He clears that by 2 yards.
A good run. Moving the ball fast. See if they can get it to Allen on the bottom of your screen.
Here's the handoff to Fuchsa, trying to stay on his feet, gets pulled backwards. They're going to say he's at the 31.
Benton in at wide receiver. He had that big catch that got called back.
21-7 the score. Plainsmen trail by 14. And another timeout on the field. So they started to move the ball a little bit right there. They have just under 4 minutes to try to get into the end zone.
They still have their timeout. The Ruffers actually called that timeout.
So yes, they do, and a chance to give the ball to some of their new faces on this offense, some playmakers like Zaire Allen. They've given it to Tyson Kennedy a lot. Yeah, Mason Benton had that sideline catch there on the far side.
Let's just see them throw it out their way more often. They've kind of only been giving the ball to Blake and Tyson so far.
Yeah.
See if they can spread the ball out a little more, give it to other people. Boynton Parks, obviously one of those guys who can get the ball. Bennett Percival, Zaire Allen,
Yeah,
Mason
Bennett Percival
Benton.
with the touchdown there in the first quarter.
Yeah, they got to get those guys involved and get them the ball as much as possible. We also haven't seen Roland in at running back a whole lot either.
So here's the 2nd down and 4 from the field at the 31. After we're back from the timeout, 3:49 to go here in the first half. Robinson to take the snap. He steps back, looks over the middle, and that went nowhere, incomplete. Clock stops at 3:45.
Tried to do the same play that they scored on with Percival, just wasn't there. Almost could have been a turnover. He has thrown an interception tonight, but he matched that with that touchdown pass to Percival. And now a big 3rd down coming up.
Yes, it is. 4 yards to go. They still stay here at the 31.
Kennedy and Allen together on the bottom. Percival and Benton at the top.
It's a read option for the quarterback. Gets the first down and keeps the football all the way to the 21-yard line.
What a run on the read option. I think a lot of people forget that Aiden Robinson can actually run the ball pretty well. He's a baseball player. He can run.
He is. Clock resumes here at 3:33. Plainsmen looking to get it within one score. Just 1 yard shy of the blue zone.
Benton alone at the top.
He's got the size and the reach. There's the pass to him. He catches it. Gets about 6 or 7, and he gets
Fighting all
maybe
the way.
even 8 there. He's been a dog so far.
Great hands.
Fuchsa out of the game, and Joshua Withy in at running back.
Well, another guy that is a powerful runner. I think he ran the ball a couple times last year. A guy that he's a lot like is Brady Condor, just very punishing with the football in his hands.
He's a very stout running back. Obviously, he plays linebacker, a little bit of D-line last year. Here's the handoff. Tries to get to the edge. Gets tripped up inside the 10 at the 9. 2:35 now and ticking.
And that'll be a first down.
It is a first down. So first down and goal for the Plainsmen. They only need 9 yards to get into the end zone.
See if they get it on a quick throw. See if they can break the plane and get paid. Or maybe a quick throw on the outside to Benton or Percival.
2 wide receivers at each side. Withy at running back. Another quarterback run. Robinson dives forward, gets to maybe the 5.
Inching it closer. Now Fuchsa back in.
So under 2 minutes now. It's 1:56 and running.
You know what we could see on this drive, Landon? We could see a goal line fade with Zaire Allen, something he's practiced a lot this summer.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot in practice. We'll see what happens right here, though. Lane Park still in the game at H-back, and Fuchsa back in the game at running back. They do give it to him. Fights forward. Does he get the touchdown? No, he does not. Just marked
short.
a couple inches short of the end zone. 1:25 to go.
See if they just have a QB keeper and he just sneaks it in for the score.
Here's the handoff and the touchdown.
Great drive by the Plainsmen.
And that's the execution we talk about.
Knocked off 4 minutes off the clock, so Muskogee could only have about a minute with the football.
Enid does have to kick off to the Roughers in the second half, so we have to hold them here with 1:16 to go in this first half. But the extra point unit comes out onto the field, Kevin Vega and Gonzalez to hold.
A great answer by the Enid offense, I'd say. They really needed to put together a drive like that and show that their offense can do that.
Here's the kick. It's up and splits the uprights. It's good. 14-21 the score.
It started off a little slow. The first quarter was a little rough, but now they've picked it up, and I think they're going to continue to play a great game.
You know, all they had to do is get in their groove. They were just playing slow. I mean, both teams really were in the first quarter, and then the first touchdown came, and then they just started coming after that.
You know, that's kind of how it went last year, too. It was a little slow at the start, but as the game picked up, it got a lot more exciting towards that second and third quarter, and it was just exciting from there. See if this game is just like that.
So the special teams units coming onto the field now for both sides. Plainsmen need this stop here on defense. Andre Beasley with 2 touchdowns already for Muskogee. And really, I thought it was going to be Caden McGee was going to be the big X factor for the Roughers, but he really hasn't been much of an answer on offense.
He's been kind of quiet to this point tonight. But other than that one play passing touchdown, this passing offense has been a little slow.
Here's Kevin Vega, the left-footed kicker. Fair catch inside the 30.
About the 31.
By the Roughers. It was Anthony White once again for the fair catch.
Or the 29.
So all we got to do here is get to the quarterback, Hayden.
They'd have to go 70 yards to Pater in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Maybe about 40, 50 yards for a shot at a field goal. They have 2 timeouts as well.
2 to each side. Ficklin steps back. To Beasley. Caught at the 50. Can't stay on his feet, though. They'll mark him just near midfield.
Big pass to put it across midfield.
That's the plays you got to stop there. That was only 12 seconds off the clock in this drive, and they got
Well, the
about 20
D-line
yards.
did their job and put plenty of pressure on him. It's just he was wide open on that pass.
Ficklin uses his legs to get to the 45.
Another thing they've done tonight is really limit his usage with his legs. He has not been able to run the football himself a whole lot. They've done a good job of putting pressure on the quarterback and making sure he's uncomfortable in the pocket and not able to make plays with his legs or his arm.
Oh, yeah. If you can execute there, all you got to do is execute in the secondary. Get some stops, some broken up passes, maybe a pick or two. Here's an empty backfield. Looks for Beasley and a flag. Play will stop.
Didn't even let that play go through. That will stop the clock, though, at 50 seconds left before halftime.
So it's a false start on the offense. So they're going to move him back 5 yards. It's going to be second down and 11. You're coming in halftime. I got a very special interview, I'd say. It's been a while since he's been up here in the booth. It's Enid Public School Superintendent Dr. Dudley Darrow. So stay tuned for that one. We got about 40 seconds to go until that interview starts. Ficklin on the reverse screen hits Johnson. He gets the 40 to the 35, knocked out near the 30.
28 seconds left on the clock. Trying to move quick. Two quick passes that have gone for a good yardage on this drive. This Enid defense not playing as tight a coverage. They've really been giving them a lot of room to throw the ball. Pressure on the
rolls
edge.
Left, fires left. Wide open in the end zone is Caden McGee for, once again, a Ruffers touchdown.
There is a flag on the play, so this could get called back. And the Plainsmen are pointing for it to get called back, and these coaches are upset. It looks like it was a hold on the Ruffers. So
that's a big-time relief for Plainsmen fans.
The Plainsmen are catching a break. Washington was beat on that route by McGee. And just a moment ago, we said McGee was having a quiet night, and then he did that.
We did.
But they are going to be backed up quite far. They've got only 20 seconds.
So they have 50 yards to get to the end zone. 21 seconds on the clock.
Maybe about 30 to get in field goal range. You have one timeout, or two, at your disposal.
They do have 2 freshman kickers, so I really don't know how much they can rely on their special teams unit there. But
see if they take a deep shot here. They're a team known for taking shots down the field and letting their playmakers just go wild with the football. Haven't really done that a whole lot tonight. They've kind of been conservative with the football, really running it more, throwing it into the short intermediate game.
You know, that's really good. That's going to happen, though, when it comes first game of the season. You know, teams are going to switch up their game plan.
Yeah, you're not
just
really
a little bit, even if you have the same, offensive or defensive scheme. You're going to switch it up a little bit just to get the other team, trying to bite on previous game plans. And just to let you know, before this halftime interview with Dr. Dudley Darrow, we have a quick message from Mr. Liddell to talk about how the school year has been going so far.
School year has been going great.
It has been going good. Here on the second week.
Everybody
so first
backed
down
up.
And forever. They're going to say it's 28 yards to go. Ficklin steps back. The pressure has got to him, and he gets sacked. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by Enid. Was he down, though?
He may have been down, but what a play by Russell and
He was
Withy.
not. He was down there, but it's second down and even longer.
Just like we said, they've done a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback and making him scramble out and have to do something with the ball, and he made a mistake there.
And that's the end of the first half. Clock hits 0, 21-14. We had a relief on the touchdown from Caden McGee that was called back, so it's only a one-score game. Enid to kick off to start the second half. And what are your thoughts so far in the first half?
It's been a great game to this point. Both teams really started slow, as we've said countless times. They just started a little shaky, but that's kind of normal for a first game of the season. But as the game has gone along, they've come along a long way too, and have really stepped it up. Both teams have made great plays on offense, great passing plays. Both of them have both had long scoring touchdown plays in the air. Both of them have made great plays on defense. The interception for the Roughers, this big sack to end the first half for the Plainsmen. Both teams have been playing great. I look forward to seeing the second half with you and seeing what this team can do.
I'm ready to see the second half. You know, the thing about this matchup tonight is Muskogee returns as many starters as Enid lost from last year. And looking at the scoreboard, that wouldn't be the case to anybody who knew nothing about this football game tonight.
Enid has been highly competitive in this game and has been keeping up despite having almost a completely new team this year and a completely new mindset. Let's see if they can come into the second half, execute to the fullest degree, and come out and get the win tonight in week 0.
Here's a quick message from head principal of Enid High School, Mr. Liddell.
Greetings, Pace and Plainsmen family. Mr. Liddell here. I know we're at halftime of our Enid at Muskogee, first football game of the season. Exciting times, hot start of the year, and hopefully we can keep it rolling. With that, we're set where I want to share a few things of what's been happening on campus at Enid High School. We've got off to a busy start. We began classes August 16th, and now we're through our first full week as of today. So with that, there's a few things that have taken place. Some really cool pieces. We had our class meetings. We were able to celebrate some things. We were able to orient our students and now hopefully their families from the thrill share message that was sent out Thursday to all the information that is out there for our school this year and how we operate. I know there was some people where maybe, I'm not going to necessarily say misinformed, but some things that had maybe been taken and misunderstood. Yes, there was some information out there regarding some of the fines and some of the different pieces. That was shared from our admin staff basically to explain, guys, make wise decisions. Don't come in and twist off and take it to extreme behaviours because our local judicial system will support us. You know, when you come to school, you've got to act right, whether it's the students, whether it's their family. We've just dealt with a couple of things over the last few years that were like, guys, don't do any of that stuff up here, act right. And we have an amazing culture going on. The students have been off to a great start. We're still working on balancing schedules. We're still getting everyone into the correct lunches. All those happen at the beginning of our school year. Our students have had great attitudes. Teachers are on fire. We've got great people in the building. We've added quite a few new teachers and the staff are just fantastic. So as an admin team, we're so proud of our students, number one. All of our students that are outperforming musically, athletically, everything else in between. We're off to a great start. So very, very proud of everyone. Hopefully that makes sense and kind of sets everybody up to say, that's what's been going on campus as everyone gets a feel for the new classes, the new schedules, and we're going to be in great shape going forward. A couple other things we've had going on. At our class meetings for our juniors and our seniors, Mr. Crowley, he's our aviation instructor. We started our aviation classes last year and they've been a huge hit on campus. The drones, the simulators, all the different tours that they've been able to go on, it's been special. Connected with all kinds of pilots, all different kinds of flight specialists, and it's just amazing the possible careers and pathways that our students can have coming out of this. We're taking it to another level this year. Starting this year, Enid High School is building a plane. The program is called Tango Flight. Please look it up do a Google search, look it up on YouTube. And we are going to be having our own facility. We've got one that we're starting with and we're getting a new building put in. And Tango Flight is going to be a select group of students who are approved by Mr. Crowley, somewhere in the region of 10 to 15, maybe 20 students, with the support of Mr. Crowley himself, plus various mentors in our community who have background in aviation, in working with airplanes, both in terms of maintenance and actually flight themselves, who will be helping our students work it out. Our students are going to build this plane. That plane will then be sold on and it will fly. Those students who build the plane will also get to go up on a test flight as well. So amazing situation, so excited for it. Tango Flight is special. Enid High is one of 4 programs, 4 schools in Oklahoma who are actually involved in this program. Very excited to be part of the journey. It's going to be special. At our class meetings, we were also able to celebrate a senior. It's a pretty special way to start the school year. We're getting someone up there. The US Navy showed up and they had a presentation to give to Miss Tabitha Miller, Senior Tabitha Miller, class of 24, earned a $10,000 check for her commitment to join the US Navy in her position and set her up for her future. Guys, it was an amazing opportunity to show our students we're here to serve you, we're here to hold you accountable, we're here to support you and set you up for your future successes. That's what we're all about at Enid High School, and it's pretty special, so that is what we are rocking. Some of our other cool highlights to start our school year: Enid High School Works, EHS Works program. We have both an internship program and also a work-study program where students are actually out in the community helping with the much-needed job market, and they're getting credit for that. Plus, they also work with Mr. Watts, Coach Watts, who's also our volleyball coach, and he gives them job skills and different bases, skill base that they can use going forward as citizens in our community. The internship program, our students are connected to various professionals and different companies where they are learning unbelievable levels that are going to serve them post-secondary, and just gives them pathways and direction, and hopefully ignites them with that inner passion to say, here's what I want to go do. Students, they're kids, we're going to change our minds. Heck, I still change my mind, but it gives ideas that here's what's possible and here's what can be done. So very, very special. We have a record number of concurrent enrollment with NOC. That's exciting, guys, because that means students are getting credit for high school classes, but the concurrent means that they're getting college credit at the same time. Amazing support from our state. So many of the hours are paid for their junior year, and a bunch of hours are paid for their senior year by the state of Oklahoma. It's amazing, and our partnership with NOC is very special, so we really appreciate what we've got going on with our Jets. We're then set where another cool opportunity we're going to have, and it's getting ready to be thrown out next week, is September 7th. Mr. Harold Ham has got his book signing. He put together his book, Game Changer. That is going to be done at Oklahoma State. He will have a book signing and a celebration that day. And being an alum of Enid High, we're going to be sending a support group over, sending a bus full over to Oklahoma State. Those students will get a copy of his book. Those students will get a no issue shirt and be able to get a tour and get special treatment on campus over in Stillwater. So very excited for that piece. And the last piece that I'll brag on today as we build up the Plainsmen football and everything else that comes with it, celebration of the band, celebration of our spirit teams, Cheer and Palm, and everyone else who's part of the program. Our first home game, so tonight we're in Muskogee, next week we're on the road at Ponca City in a big rivalry game, then it's bye week on September 8th, so the first home game at Selby Stadium will be September the 15th. On that September 15th, we'll be hosting Edmond North for our homecoming night. I know I've spoken to various alums already. A bunch of groups are coming back. If your group's coming back and you've not touched base with us yet, please reach to us. But I know we've got the class of 03, we've got the 1983 state champions football team coming to be celebrated that night. We've got the class of 73 going to be there, and I'm sure there's various other alumni groups that are coming to celebrate and be part of us that evening, and that's going to be special. The homecoming dance, we'll be having a big assembly that week. We'll also be, we'll have hopefully a little pep assembly that Friday afternoon to be ready for Edmond North that night and get everyone absolutely pumped, hyped up, and ready to bring our best and put our best foot forward in the true Plainsman way. So very, very excited for those things. September the 16th, the Saturday night, will be our homecoming dance for our students, freshmen through seniors. We'll be able to take care of all those things. My wrap up, so that everyone can help. We need all our Payson Plainsman family helping our students. The week after Labor Day, our students will have their student IDs. All the staff rock their IDs already. We need our students to have their IDs worn every day. It's all about our campus safety policy, and we need every student to be wearing that. This morning, well, throughout today, Friday, our students were able to get their pictures taken. If a student missed picture day today, September 7th will be their makeup picture day, but we're set to where they need their IDs. Those will come out the week after Labor Day, and those will be required, as well as a ticket to get into the homecoming dance. Mr. McKinney will be out next week with all the information, so students will know what's going on for the homecoming dance, and also our Spirit Week. Lil Max, that's Miss Mira and Miss Maxie, they'll be sharing all the information for Spirit Week and everything that Stuco have ready for us. Guys, thank you for your time, thank you for listening, keep cheering on these Plainsmen. They need all our support and love to finish strong and make it a great night. Looking forward to seeing everyone as we go forward in this amazing fall semester. Thanks for a great start, thanks for everyone's support. We love our Big Blue family. Go Big Blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, look who I'm with right here.
My man.
The superintendent of Enid Public Schools, Dr. Dudley Darrow. What is it? Quadruple D now, because the middle name is the extra one, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Landon, good to see you again, man.
It's been a while. How do you feel to be back?
I feel great. I feel really great. I feel awesome.
How about this game?
Back. Man, that penalty right before halftime really was huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Us being able to finish that touchdown in down there, that penalty there, that holding, keeping them, that's going to be huge. This we can't be giving up those cheap ones like that. They get the ball second half, so we got to come out and get a stop.
We got to get the stop.
We can't let them get two possessions ahead.
Yeah.
So that was huge. The fact they're getting the ball in the second half. Our offense is coming alive, though. We're clicking a little bit.
When did you show up during this game?
I didn't get here. I wasn't here at kickoff. I got here at the first quarter of 7-0 whenever I got here.
Oh, okay.
I was at a conference in Oklahoma City. Got a little late leaving. It is a travel. This is a distance, man.
It's 52 minutes away from Tulsa, so.
Yeah, on the other side. Exactly.
So.
How are you, man? Hey, this is
hey,
like old times.
Yeah, it's definitely like old times. I'm doing pretty good. Senior year now.
Yeah?
Gosh, it was like last time we were here, I was a young man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm still a young man, but
yeah, you were just
younger
sophomore.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Senior year now. Doing choir still, tennis. Obviously this, because we're here talking tonight. There's the band on the screen. Shout out to the Big Blue Band.
Oh, man.
They're doing great.
Absolutely. I heard we had a little bit of AC trouble right outside of town. One of the buses had a little bit of AC trouble, but they were doing okay. They were
probably sweating it up, that's for sure, in this weather.
No kidding. The travel back will be better, though.
Yeah.
And they sound great. I got to listen to them earlier, and they, as always, Big Blue's always rocking.
Yeah, Plainsmen tonight not doing too shabby with this young team they have. Tell us a little bit about what the Plainsman way is, like what it means to be a Plainsman.
It means a lot, man. It means a lot to this guy. I can tell you that. I've been to football games all over this state. Watching Enid and listening to that Big Blue Band and watching the football, and it means a lot to me. And on a personal level, my son's playing.
Yeah, he is playing. He's back.
He's out there. He's suited up. He's not playing, but he's just a sophomore, so hopefully he's got some good years ahead of him. And
last time I saw Dallas, he was still taller than me. I'm about 5'7", but he was still taller than me. He was probably about that height last time I saw him. He came back to school this year, and I just said, wow, Dallas, that kid has grown. How tall is he now?
He's 6'3".
6'3".
Last I checked. He is, hey, that guy right there in the silver hair right there, hey, stop panning. He's on the right side of the screen. That's Mr. Beerschmidt. Here's a former principal, Mr. Beerschmidt right there. Yeah, and that's Brady Beerschmidt's grandpa. Yeah, I worked.
He worked with my mom.
Yes, absolutely. All right, thanks for eluding my request. I appreciate it. No, but I got here it was 7-0.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, it is nice having you guys. It really is nice having you guys. I just pulled you up on YouTube on my drive in. Obviously, radio didn't know what radio station to find here locally, so I just pulled you guys up and streamed it through the vehicle, and kept up with the game. And I know we got a lot of viewers at home right now listening and watching. In fact, I forwarded it to my mother earlier. She was wanting to know about the scores, and I said, "Hey, just watch the video, Mom. I can't be texting you every time. But here's the video.
Yeah. Shout out to the whole broadcasting crew tonight. We're going to be at every game this season and plan to be at some more for basketball for the away games. Shout out to Mr. Prokopis, Mark Ray, and the rest of the students who lead this broadcast.
Absolutely. Good to get Mr. Prokopis back as well,
yeah.
and he's doing an outstanding job with this. He's helped me out on a couple small tasks. And I hear through the grapevine that we stopped at Whataburger.
Where did you hear that one? Where did you hear that one?
I
Did you
told
hear it on here?
Yeah, I told you. I was listening to you guys.
Yes. Okay, that's what I assumed. I mean,
Yeah.
can you remind me what teacher took us? I mean, obviously Prokopis' teacher. Who's the other adult figure in the picture?
The living
Mark
legend,
Ray?
Mark Ray.
Yeah, so
the living legend. Yes.
would we be going to Whataburger with Mark Ray?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Right, yeah.
Is the sun going to come up in the east? Yes.
Yeah.
Is Mark Ray going to stop at Whataburger?
Yes.
Yes, it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's gonna
He got
happen.
his mustard-only burger.
That's good.
You know, Mark.
Hey, but seriously, this is a winnable game here. You know, we need to
Yeah.
make a stop here. Offense is getting better every series. Boy, Aiden's settling in a little bit, and we need to play a little bit more consistent on defense. Keep them out right here. We go back and make this thing a winnable game. We need to be 1-0 going into Ponca City next week.
Yeah, like me and Hayden have been saying, it truly is first game jitters.
Mm.
Both teams, especially this Muskogee team, they're very experienced. We saw the first game jitters for them. It was drive for drive for drive. I went scoreless. There was a pick in there from Muskogee, but it really was scoreless for a while there in the first quarter till about the end of that quarter. So I think the Plainsmen can execute. They can get it done.
Oh yeah, we've got the capability. You know, we got the capability to get it going again second half. No,
That's what we were asking for. That's why I heard no sound, folks. We wanted the camera on us.
I tell you another thing too. You know, this is 0 week. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, week 0 for
so
sure.
And as an old football coach, you make your best strides early in the season. So you know that first week is hard. 0 week's even a little bit harder. But next week we need to get this W tonight. So we got great strides going into next week and start this thing off 2-0.
Huge game at Ponca City, and the thing about that matchup is, last year we weren't at Ponca City. The year before we weren't at Ponca City. The year before that we were at Ponca City. Well, we didn't broadcast the game because that was COVID year. We couldn't travel for broadcast. So this is the first Ponca City broadcast since 2018, which was actually the comeback win, if you remember that.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I was the high school principal. Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's good. I did not know that. So in 2020, the fall of 2020, I remember going to that game at the EPS to EPS.
Yeah, we weren't. No, we did not
because of COVID.
broadcast.
Oh, dadgum. That's it.
So-
Hey, I tell you what. I don't know if you guys have been able to show some pictures here or not. Videos. This is an incredible facility.
Oh yeah, brand new. It's a year old. Basketball. I got word that the whole basketball arena got opened up this year. They played basketball in it last year, but I got word that the whole thing opened up beginning of school year.
This is the bleachers are nice. The brick around the stadium is nice. The turf is nice.
Yeah.
Got a nice video board. I mean, this is they really did this right. I don't know what year the bond issue was over here, but this is they really did an outstanding job.
Yeah, and we just got the brand new video board at Selby.
Absolutely. Speaking of Mark Ray, he was showing me some pictures. It's up and working now, so it should be rolling for our first home game. Of course, we don't have a first home game until I think the 15th.
The 15th.
Yeah.
Which is homecoming against Edmond North.
Edmond North, that's right.
Beat them last year 34-17.
So you look at this. If we can knock this thing out tonight, we get a W tonight. We got a great chance to always have a competitive game against Ponca. Then a week off, and then a winnable game against Edmond North. One would assume. So
you could start out 3-0.
Absolutely. We just got to take care of business here, especially on defense.
We started out 2-0 in 2022, also in 2021. So.
Absolutely.
And 2020 as well. Every year we started out 2-0, I believe.
We need to keep it rolling tonight.
Somebody can fact check me on that. Go ahead and text me, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's been, the trend.
Got a lot of young kids playing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of young kids.
But here's the thing. Here come 1-2 years, this team is going to be state championship caliber.
Yep.
It's all about the process. But this year we're really, I mean, I'm not saying this year's not going to be good. This year they still have a good chance. We're playing one of the best teams in the state tonight, and right now the score is 21-14.
Yeah, and the thing about it, too, is you can tell Muskogee's, they've got a lot of experience. I mean, that quarterback, his name Fickle?
Jamarian Ficklin.
Ficklin.
Yeah.
Man, he is
very highly touted. Multiple offers
Division
for
I.
the next level.
Absolutely. He's a great threat passing. He's a great threat running.
Yeah, he can use his legs.
I did not realize he was left-handed.
Yeah, he is a lefty.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, but yeah.
I believe he plays basketball too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I can definitely see. And then the running back was
Tavion Johnson.
What is number 17?
Number 4. Number 17 is.
I might have been wrong, but the running back was really impressive too, as well.
You're probably thinking of 15, Andre Beasley. He had those 2 touchdowns.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
15. Okay, very good. Yeah, he was. Man, you get him out in the wide open, and we had trouble.
He's a
tackling him
playmaker.
for sure.
And really, a name we haven't heard from Muskogee, as Caden McGee's committed to UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Yeah, he had the touchdown actually that was called back.
That was the one that got called back.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
technically he hasn't made any plays, but he's made some plays, but it just didn't count.
Hey, you got some questions here.
Yeah, I do have some questions.
I've got some questions too.
Let's talk about Coach Condor. You've been impressed?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, working hard, working in the community hard, building relationships, and continue to build relationships with players and families and community, and bringing a lot of energy. He's got a great coaching staff around him. People like him. Players like him.
Yeah.
Community members like him. Coaches like him. I remember morning Ambucks there at Enid, and he came and spoke to our group and got our group fired up. So, looking for Coach Condor to be here for a long, long time and continue to build this program. The middle school numbers are outstanding. We're obviously very competitive
Speaking of numbers,
tonight.
Summer Pride, those have rocketed. You only had 2 players.
The year before,
year before's off season that were there every single day. Summer Pride this year, they've just outnumbered that by a lot.
Yeah, like I said, just working hard. And it doesn't matter what job you got. There's no substitute for hard work, and he's putting in the time and effort for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn to ask you a question.
Yeah, let's ask me a question. We'll go question for question.
I'm gonna ask this. This is an easy one.
Okay.
How's our grades? We just started.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got all Fs. No, I'm just kidding.
Should be in a good spot, right?
I'm in a good spot right now. Yeah, obviously straight
Let's go
A's.
through your schedule. What do you got first hour?
First hour, NOC Comp 1 and 2 with Miss Dragoon.
Okay, visit Dragoon. Very good.
So that's only Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Second hour, Mrs. Maltby. She's watching.
Algebra 3,
yeah.
or is it pre-AP Calc?
Algebra 3.
Algebra 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if she does pre-AP Calc anymore. She might just be.
Ms. Bush and Coach Rowe, probably.
I don't know about Coach. I know Miss Bush does, but.
Okay. Fourth hour.
Fourth hour, it's half and half with EPS Vision and Show Choir.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Fifth hour is concert choir. Isn't that weird how they switch the choirs around?
Yeah.
No, they switch all the hours. So fifth hour is concert choir. 6th hour is my study hour. 7th hour is tennis.
Nice. Very good.
So.
And you had a good year last year in tennis.
Well, for season?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to have a lot better year this year. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So, in grade-wise, we're good.
Yeah.
So we're just doing concurrent English right now. We're not doing algebra. Or
no other
like that.
concurrent classes. No.
Okay, that's good. But knockout comp 1, comp 2. That's good. And still you're busy. I mean, with EPS Vision, you're busy, and with tennis, you're going to be busy. And show choir and concert
tennis
choir.
is a year-round sport. If you slack off for about what?
Well, you work
1 month, you're done.
Yeah, you work a lot in this time of year because you can get a lot of work in. It's hard to get outside and get a lot of work in, you know what I mean, unless you go indoors.
Yeah.
January, December because of the weather. Yeah. All right, next question.
How about them Cowboys? I know it's preseason, but what are your predictions? How are they going to look?
I don't know. It's so hard being a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's so hard.
Yeah.
So hard. We had the 90s, and then it just, it's my turn.
You're going to ask me about the Chargers, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you about OU Sooners. Are we really ready to go to the SEC? I mean,
we're ready to go. We got the guy in charge. We got the right guy, Brent Venables.
Okay.
He's bringing the intensity, that's for sure. We got a very experienced team this year. Last year, you lose over half your roster. And I don't want to hear these Oklahoma State fans. Oh, you guys had 6 wins. I don't want to hear any of that.
Okay.
Okay?
I didn't
Because
say it.
here's the
I didn't
thing.
say it.
You lose your head coach, you lose most of your staff, you lose most of your players. You're bound to go whatever OU went, which was 6-7. Their worst season in over 20 years.
Hey, I'm going to cut you off. You ready? We got to make a stop here. We're going to kick off the ball. We got to make a stop, and then we got to score. That's what needs to happen these first 2 drives.
That is what needs to happen.
I'll see you in 1 week. All right?
I'll see you.
See you next week. All right. C&D Midway, we're signing out.
We're signing off. And Hayden Clark's going to be here just in 1 moment. But here's the start the second half. Thank you, Dr. Darrow, for that spectacular halftime show. Second half has begun. Vega sends it all the way to around the 27-yard line. So the Ruffers start up on offense. As he said, we need to get a stop right here.
We do.
So 1st and 10 for the Ruffers from the right hash at their own 30-yard line. Hayden, are you ready for the second half?
I am, Landon.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good about the second half.
They're going to give it to Johnson to start. Johnson breaks a couple tackles, gets pushed back. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 is going to be upcoming once again from the 30.
Great play by Britton Combs there to get the stop.
So they got 3 wide receivers to the right side. They give it to one of them. It's Andre Beasley. Breaks a tackle. He has the speed. Gets towards the secondary, and he gets tripped up inside the 45.
Got hit hard by Withy. Now he's on the ground.
There is a flag on the play. Just heard that from the PA announcer. I didn't even notice. Flag down at the 43 in Ruffers' own territory. It looks like they're stepping back. That one's going back. 2 big plays called back just here recently. Obviously, one of them was in the last half, but here in the second half, that's the first big play called back. That's a big problem we're seeing here, a big trend.
Yeah, it's been the trend throughout the game that they've been getting backed up and then stalling out.
So it's going to stay at 2nd down, but this time it's only 7 yards to go instead of 10. They put the 3 wide receivers to the left side this time, and they keep one on the right. Running back still in the game. Latavion Johnson. Ficklin takes a snap, steps back. Ficklin looks, fires over the middle, and it's caught by McGee at the 45. Looking for the edge, and Penate can't trip him up. Stays on his feet, tries to get somewhere, and he gets pushed out of bounds by a Plainsman secondary player. I believe it was Baum Fleck. They get the 1st down all the way to the 43.
So a fresh set of downs for the Ruffers.
They keep 3 on the left, 1 to the right still. Johnson still in the game. Play fake. Quick fire, too far in front of him. That pass is incomplete.
Pressure got to him.
Yes, it did. Clock will stop at 10:46. Second down and 10. Clock stopped at 10:46. Here's the sweep to Beasley. Beasley finds the hole. 1 man to beat towards the end zone. And gets knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
Play's been very powerful for them all night long. That sweep either direction has been making big plays every time. Enid defense needs to win around the edge and stop those runs.
$10:19 to go here in the third quarter. Plainsmen need a stop. Maybe a turnover would be good right now. Here's the handoff to Johnson. He gets the touchdown.
The run up
No
the
flags. 27-14 the score, a 13-point lead for Muskogee. And the special teams units coming onto the field.
Quick score Enid did not want to allow to start the second half. Could be detrimental. Hopefully not.
Soto Morales to kick. That one's good. 14-point lead for the Muskogee Ruffers here at home at Warrior Field. We're sitting at 10 minutes and 8 seconds here in the third quarter. So now what do we have to do on offense? Obviously we have to score, but
I mean,
what type of play calls do you think that the Plainsmen should call here, Hayden?
just got to throw the ball in space. Got to run the ball a little bit with Fuchsa and get the ball rolling, make plays, get it happening. You know, get your flow back in. They were flowing a little bit towards the end of the first half. They just need to continue that success in the second.
Somebody we didn't mention, son of Coach Sears, the defense coordinator for the Plainsmen, Lucas Sears, making his first career start tonight at the defensive end spot.
Yeah, he's been filling in for, I believe, Gustavo, as Gustavo's not playing this week.
Something with his ankle, isn't it? Right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. So here's the kickoff. Espinoza to send this one. Roland fields it. No, he does not. Through his hand, it goes out of bounds. So there's no flag since he ended up touching it. But the Plainsmen have poor field position to start this drive.
Hopefully make something out of what could.
Yeah, they definitely can. They just got to get their groove. Once they get their groove, they're good. That's the thing about them.
It's about tempo.
That's also another thing. Coach Connor's offense is very up-tempo. We saw that in the magazine that was released today.
Just hasn't been.
It's described as an up-tempo offense.
It just hasn't looked like that tonight. They just haven't been getting some of the guys involved, like Zaire Allen and others.
Hey, maybe they had a good halftime speech from Coach Connor. Maybe they're starting to feel it more.
Let's see what they do with this drive.
Fuchsa tries to get to the edge. Keeps the football. Looks like they're trying to rip it from him. I don't think he got any yards there. So no gain. Bennett Percival into the game for Blaine Parks. He's lined up at slot receiver. Two wide receivers to each side for the Plainsmen. Mason Benton into the game. He's playing on the far right. He had that big catch on the right sideline earlier. Over the middle, caught by Kennedy. And he's to the 35. Kennedy might go all the way to the 40. And he gets down at the 30. Oh, my goodness.
What a play and what a run by Kennedy there and catching it and getting the yards after the catch or yak. That is one of the huge things about this offense is yak.
Yards after catch, Hayden.
Yeah, and he did a very good job.
It's a way to do it right there.
They're kind of giving him a Debo Samuel type role. A lot of offenses have been trying to do that nowadays, and I think he's that guy that they've been trying to fit into that role.
You like Debo Samuel, Hayden?
Good player.
Good player? You like the 49ers? No, you're a Broncos fan.
They're a good team.
But that's in a different
conversation.
Yeah. Here's the handoff to Fuchsa. Gets to the 25. So a 5-yard gain will set up a second down and 5 yards shy of the blue zone.
Now they're
Plainsmen moving the football good here.
Up in the tempo, just like we were talking about.
The motion, the handoff. Fuchsa once again. He gets about 4 yards, actually. It didn't look like he was going to go anywhere, but he ended up getting 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a third down and very short, 1 yard to go to be exact for Enid right here. Ball at the 21.
I still cannot believe that guy at the top of your screen, number 1, has not made a big play in this game yet.
He had the toe drag swag earlier. Here's the handoff to Fuchsa, and he can't get to the edge. I'd assume Enid would go for it here, though. Wouldn't you?
I would too.
Kennedy into the game for Bierschmidt. And Percival into the game for, it looks
Kennedy
like,
out.
Benton. And Withy into the game, it looks like, and Wiggins. So they're going to get this tight formation set up. Probably use a power back with either Withy or Wiggins, I'd assume. So Fuchs is still in the game, though.
Maybe a QB draw.
It is a QB draw. And he gets the first down. Good call there, Hayden.
Yeah.
Is Coach Condor communicating with you through that headset?
Not quite. I believe I can only hear you through this headset, actually.
Yeah, that is true. Unfortunately. That sets up a first down inside the blue zone to the 17-yard line. And they get past the 7-yard line, it'll be a first and goal.
Tight coverage on the bottom with 82, Benton.
Play action. Percival falls forward inside the 15. So Blaine Parks back into the game. .7:05 to go here in this third quarter. Enid in need of a score. They're in the blue zone right now. Ball hit the ground, it looked like, but the refs didn't call anything. I mean, it did look like it hit the ground. What do you think?
Now they called it incomplete.
Okay, that's what I thought. But so it sets up a third down. Clock will stop at 6:52.
See what Condor has in his bag of tricks on this third down. Benton's still in. Remember earlier he had a catch at around this point on the other side of the field in the first half.
Yeah.
Very tight coverage against him so far. Let's see if he can win one of these routes on release.
So here they line up once again for another third down. Headed towards the end zone. Incomplete, looking for Zaire Allen. We just talked a second ago how he hasn't gotten many looks. That was the look, but it was a little underthrown.
Yeah, finally getting the ball thrown his way, just a little bit low.
And here's another fourth down. This time it's longer than the last one. Last one was 4th down and 1. Now it's 4th down and 6.
See if maybe Kennedy will get the ball in space. Maybe Allen on the bottom.
I like the
On a
decision to
loft
go
his
for it. You
way.
definitely need to go for it right here.
Yeah, you definitely need to keep the ball. Or Benton on a slant. I could see that.
He's going to roll right, and the play is called dead. So it's a timeout by Muskogee. Their first timeout they call is here with 6:47 to go here in the third quarter. It's kind of early to call a timeout, but something must have been wrong, so they had to call that timeout. But the fourth down is very crucial for the Plainsmen right here. They have to get into the end zone, or at least they have to get a first down, but they need to get it to the end zone eventually on this drive
They really do.
to stay in this football game. I mean, this Muskogee defense,
Maybe not.
pretty experienced, but Enid, they can pick them apart. They can get them offset a little bit. It's happened in this game. So it's really going to the test right here. So they line back up after the timeout.
Kind of a tight formation.
6:47 to go in the third quarter. 4th down, 6 yards to go. Here's Gonzalez, fires to the end zone for Allen. Oh, and it's incomplete. There's no call for pass interference either. I mean, it wasn't very physical, but that's what I was hoping I'd see there. Fortunately, the pass is incomplete. Muskogee to set up in their own territory pretty deep inside the 15 at the 13.
They gave him a chance to do exactly what he's best at. He just couldn't come up with that one. Now the defense is back on the field and got to get a stop.
.6:42 to go here in the third. It's a 2-score game. Gives it to Beasley, and he's taken down quick by Joshua Withy.
It's kind of a nice sidearm throw on his part, but it went nowhere. Withy made a good play.
Here they line up after the 2-yard game from Andre Beasley. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 14. About 6 minutes ago here in the third. Handoff to Johnson. He's making a couple cuts upfield and a flag down at the 14.
Possibly a hold.
That's what I'd assume it would be.
Or a false start.
Referee who was behind the quarterback saw that one, and it was a holding on Muskogee. A big part about their offense. I mean, at least I don't they haven't had many penalties on defense, but offensive side of the ball, they've had some pretty big penalties that have called back some pretty big plays that could have been a first down. At least it was pretty close to a first down.
They really have, especially that play before the end of the first half. That call got them to put them all the way back at about midfield, and then they got sacked right after that to end the half.
So let's see where they get spotted at. They're going to spot them at the 12. So 2nd down and what seems like forever, but it's only 16 yards for the Roughers backed up to their own end zone. We saw this earlier in the game where they actually had another big play called back in this situation.
They did. See if you can get some pressure off the quarterback, win on the edge.
2 wide receivers each side. Play fake Ficklin using his legs. He's going to go towards the middle and can't get dragged down yet to the 35. Now to midfield. Penate trying to drag him down. He cannot. Ficklin still on his feet. Out of bounds at the 16.
Just completely flipped the side of the field.
I mean, he literally went from his own 12 to the 16 on the other side.
We just said earlier in the first half that he hasn't been able to use his legs a whole lot. There have been a lot of pressure.
He did it
in his
right there.
face. He just did it.
I mean, there's a lot of dual threat quarterbacks that like to run a lot, but here's the thing about Ficklin. He's not going to run unless he absolutely needs to. And that was a situation where he really just saw the opportunity and took off.
Exactly. It's really been the rushing attack so far tonight that's been deadly for them.
Whistle on the field. What is it? Looks to be another timeout. Delay game against Muskogee, so they're going to get backed up to the 21-yard line. 4:56 to go here in the third. So they just had the long run from Ficklin. Now they set up at first down, 1 yard shy of the red zone. Muskogee with 2 timeouts, Enid with 3. Here's a snap, here's the handoff. It's Johnson, gets to the 20, gets outside of the 15 to the 10 to the 5, knocked out of bounds.
Called a 1st and goal for Muskogee.
It sure is. Roughers looking to go up by 3 scores right here. 4:48 to go in the third. First and goal for the Roughers. Actually, no, 2nd down and short. It's the handoff to Johnson. To the 5, to the goal line, touchdown. Brady Bierschmidt tried to get the tackle, but he couldn't quite drag him back, so he got just right over the plane into the end zone.
Yeah, nothing you can really do about that. I'm going to have to take a momentary break before the BAT. Talking something over.
So there's an injury in the end zone. So that's what the wait up is for. Looks to be an Enid player. Do not know who. So that's what the long break is. Good to see that he's all right.
It's actually
Back to
Cody
play now.
Stalkup.
It is Cody Stalkup. Soto Morales to send the extra point up. Freshman is perfect so far tonight. 35-14, a 3-score game at Warrior Field. Plainsmen in need of a touchdown on this upcoming drive, Hayden.
They really, really do need to score and put points on the board. It's kind of, it's kind of do or die, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
4:41 to play.
They got to air the ball out a little bit, get it to their playmakers like we've been saying.
Spread the ball out. Give
They
it
were
to
just
other
so
guys.
close last drive. They were in the red zone.
They were just a drop away.
It was looked for Allen in the corner. Is actually the trick play. It was the handoff to Gonzalez. He rolls right, takes a couple steps. He steps into the pass. Looks for Allen just a little bit off and incomplete. Hits the ground.
Yeah, maybe,
Turnover, so.
maybe the pass was a little wonky. Maybe it was the drop. One of the two things. It still just didn't
But, you know, the
happen.
past is the past.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can just score on this upcoming drive and stay in this game. It's not over yet. It's only a 21-point game. So,
We've seen bigger comebacks before.
just like I was talking about with Dr. Darrow earlier, Ponca City comeback back in 2018. I think it was a 24-point comeback, something along those lines. But here's the kick to Roland. Fielded inside the 20, hangs on this time, stays on his feet. What a block by Bierschmidt, and they call a flag after the block. He gets past the 20 to the 23.
Crazy enough, Landon, I believe I was at that 2018 Ponca game with that comeback.
You were there, really?
I believe so. Crazy enough, I didn't even go to Enid at that time or anything like that. And I never even... I had no correlation with Enid at that time, and I still went to that game.
So block in the back on Brady Bierschmidt. It's going to bring him back just a little bit, so inside the 20 to the 14 it looks like. So Plainsmen is set up on offense once again. Robinson marches out with the offense.
Setting up shop kind of deep down.
Oh, no, not to the 14, even farther back to the 11 if he puts it down right there. Yep, to the 11-yard line.
So 89 yards to go for Pater.
They can do it right here. Fuchsa in the game at running back. Blaine Parks at H-back. One wide receiver to the left, two to the right. Hand off to Blake Fuchsa. Gets to the 16. Minton in the game at the bottom of the screen. Kennedy and Allen also in the game on the left side. They resort to Fuchsa once again. This time he only gets 3 yards.
Not even electing to pass the ball now. Trusting Blake and giving him the ball.
They're actually going to give him 4 yards, so third down and short, 1 yard to go. 3:42 left in this third quarter.
The faith in him is paying off. It's a third and short. Got to get this.
They stay in the same set. Here's a big third down. And the Plainsmen move. So that's going to bring them back 5 yards. It's going to be third down and 6.
Costly.
It's still third down, though. They still have a chance to,
You have
get the first
downs.
down, keep this drive going, and get closer to what the Ruffers have right now.
They've got 2 downs to do it.
The clock at 3:27. Third down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 16. Percival into the game on the right side, lined up next to Mason Benson. Here's a snap. Robinson steps back, looks for Percival on the out route. Oh, he almost had the one-hand grab. It's incomplete. And I'd assume they go to punt the football here, but
They will.
yeah, they will punt the football. Okay. So giving the ball back to the Ruffers, the defense has to get us up. They have to.
They really do.
So Aiden Robinson to punt for the Plainsmen. 3:23 left to go here in the third quarter.
Hopefully get them out of a bad situation.
Catches it good, punts it good. Fielded at the 49. To the 20. Stays on his feet. No, he just stepped out of bounds. That was number 2, Dayon Bowler, who had the interception there in the first quarter. He has a lot of speed there on the perimeter.
Yeah, he was making that look a little easy. But
Looks like he runs maybe like a 4, maybe 4.5, 4.3 maybe.
Blazing speed.
Yeah, he was pretty fast. So the Ruffers going to set up on first down and 10 at the Plainsman 22-yard line. So just 2 yards shy of the red zone here. Plainsman in need of a stop.
In need of a turnover, really.
I mean, anything would, would be
Anything
good
would
right now.
help.
3 to the left, 1 to the right, the sweep. But it's a handoff to the running back. He gets tripped up with the shoelace tackle.
Holden
Belial.
Yeah, I have to learn the last name from you. I used to say Belial. Not.
No, it is Belial. You're saying it. You said it right there.
I did? Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
there you go.
There we go.
So he gets a couple of yards there inside the 20 to the 19.
Allen is now in for Panade.
Three wide receivers to the left. Ficklin looking to air it out. He hits his man at the 15. Cuts up field, hit hard, down at the 1.
See if they can get a goal line stop.
That's number 13, sophomore Jamie Beasley, brother of Andre Beasley, who's had 3 touchdowns so far tonight.
See if they can get a goal line stop. That would be pretty crazy. That'd really turn the tide of this football game.
2:27 to go and ticking. A 3-score game. Muskogee knocking out on the door here at the 1-yard line. It's a handoff to the tailback and another Ruffers touchdown. It's Michael Puckett for the score.
This Plainsman offense is going to have to answer and answer relatively quickly. They're going to have to get the ball and really up the tempo, start putting points on the board if they want to keep up in this game. It's 42-14, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. You still have an entire fourth quarter to go. Plenty of opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Kick is up from Soto Morales, and it is good.
It's just about execution. The theme of tonight has been execution and going out there and doing those things. We can talk and talk and talk about what to do, but we need to
Just got a text
we need
saying
to
start
actually
talking
do it.
about baseball. Well, we're going to we got to get a touchdown right now. I'm not worried about baseball, Seth Carlson.
Sorry, Seth. Not today.
But hey, the Plainsmen can do it. They've been working hard this offseason. So, I mean, they can get out there, march down the field. We saw them march down the field there at the end of the first half, get a quick score.
We know their ability, and we know how quickly they can move this ball and how
Oh, yeah.
quickly they can score. It's just about executing, going down there and actually doing it. Softball actually won 1-0 today against Alva.
See, you're not gonna talk about baseball. You're gonna talk about softball.
Oh, just immediately.
No,
just,
no, no,
I
that's
just
good.
got that score update, so just finding out now they
That is
won.
good. Congratulations to the Enid Pacers softball team.
To be fair, softball is playing right now. Baseball isn't for another semester.
That's true.
Currently what's happening.
Morales to send it off for the Muskogee Roughers. Taking his steps, back to receive for Enid. Clayton Rowland and Brady Bierschmidt. Looks right, looks left. The right-footed kicker steps towards the ball and sends it deep to Clayton once again. And Clayton's not even going to field this one. It goes out of bounds for the second time tonight. Inside the 15. That's going to bring the Plainsmen forward about 15 yards.
Now they're going to have to set up business here. Good, decent field position, and got to do something with the ball on this drive. This is a crucial drive for the Plainsmen.
The clock at 2 minutes and 8 seconds here in the third quarter. 42-14. Four-score game. Currently, Plainsmen are on offense right now. So bring that to 3, get a stop, and you just keep that going. You're back in this football game, Hayden.
You are. Let's hope that's what they do. Let's hope they can get something going with this football.
Clayton Rowland into the game at running back. Pass play on first down. Looks for Kennedy just a little bit too much. He was there on the left sideline, but the pass was a little too far in front. So incomplete. Clock will stop at 2:03.
He's kind of been their lead receiver tonight. He's kind of been
A lot
the
of
lead
catches
guy.
so far, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we expected it to be Zaire, but it's really been Tyson tonight that's been taking over.
So here it brings up a 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass intended for Tyson Kennedy. Ball on the 35-yard line. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the third. Rowland can't get anywhere.
Could not break a tackle. Now it'll be 3rd down.
So no gain on the play there.
Washington back in at wide receiver. He's not been playing a whole lot of receiver tonight. Came in a little bit in the first quarter and
But he had
didn't really show up.
what the doctor, 2 doctors said that they were broken knuckles. 2 other ones said that they were just, bruised up really bad. So
Mixed
they need him on the
opinions
offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
He really is a difference maker for this Plainsman offense. Here's 3rd down. Looking very deep for Allen. He's open. He takes it inside the 35 at the 33.
That's exactly what we wanted to see and what we know he can do. He really has that Tyke Andrews ability to make a big play and a big catch at good times. He has that game-breaking ability that Andrews had.
He really does, yeah. Saw it right there. Let's see if he can do it once again. 1st down and 10 from the 35.
He is a human highlight reel in multiple sports.
He's a dog in basketball, too. And that one's through his hands. You see, right as we talk about somebody hating, somebody's going to mess up.
Just a little ironic.
So 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Blaine Parks in at H-back. Fuchs is the running back for Enid. They give it to him. Tries to muscle his way forward. He gets 3 all the way to the 32. Here's 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Third quarter just winding down. Fuchs can only get 1 yard.
Got hit.
All the way to the 31.
Got hit hard. It looked like he got
I mean, the
wrapped.
Plainsmen have to go for it here. They just have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know you know what I mean.
I do.
Josh Withy, nope, he's not in the game. Look at that turf tape falling off of him, his right arm. And that means he's been working hard, though. That's a good thing.
Just happens throughout the game.
Here's a big 4th down. 5 seconds and ticking. Are they going to get the snap off? They will. Robinson steps back on fourth. Fires deep to Allen. Oh, no! Through his hands. He had it for just a second, and then he dropped it.
That would have been a huge play and a big-time catch.
Fortunately, he dropped it. It's good that his teammate Ben Percival was there to help him up. Looks a little shaken up on the far sideline, though. Hope he's all right. But here comes Muskogee's offensive drive from the 31.
Looks like he got hit in his lower body on his way to the ground.
So that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to have a short break here. I mean, we came into this game with pretty good expectations, but really it's not that bad. I mean, the score might not look too good, but I think it's a good start for Coach Condor. I mean, he has a really young team. We've seen some flashes of greatness here tonight.
Yeah,
a lot of young players making plays. Obviously, we had Tyson Kennedy last year. We've had some other players make plays. Obviously, Zaire Allen has had a couple big catches. We've had Fuchs go out for some good runs here on offense. The defense hasn't looked too bad either.
They've really been able to make plays. They just haven't been able to put together a complete game yet. And that just comes with being young and inexperienced. That stuff happens. But as the season goes on, they'll get more in the hang of it, and they'll find their groove. This team just, I think, is maybe searching for their identity right now.
Yeah,
this is a completely,
and that's not a bad thing.
It's been a completely different situation. This team has been completely flipped around with this new head coach, who was an in-house coach too. He was
here's an example to look at. Look at a couple years ago, University of Oklahoma football team. You have Lincoln Riley, and then he completely leaves.
To make an even better comparison, almost nobody that is on the field right now was on the field last year.
Yeah.
Almost nobody except for 3 or 4 people had time on the field.
Yeah,
a
you're
lot
right.
of these guys are seeing the field on defense for the first time in their careers. And, I mean, it's going to be a little different. And it's the same thing with offense. There's only 2 returning starting offensive players. Everybody else is brand new to the system. And it's a brand new system as well. It's going to take a little bit of time, and you just have to trust the process.
Yeah, definitely trust the process. There's Russell with the tackle. He had the big sack earlier.
Both of them have been making plays on the line and getting pressures.
I'm ready to see how this team does this season. I mean, the clock hasn't hit 0 yet tonight, but hopefully in this last quarter of play, they really just take it as a learning experience. There's an interception from Jamison Washington.
That was a turnover that was
to the 40, to the 35, and a flag down at the 38.
Washington with the interception. It looks like it most likely will stand. So the offense looks like they're getting ready to get on the field. Possibly not. Why would...
Here's the call, and it is staying with Enid, so they're going to line up at the 35. Here's the first play of this drive. Hand off to Fuchs, so he goes forward for about 3 or 4 yards. They gave it to him again.
And he
lost the football. And it's Muskogee Ruffers football
So a turnover.
inside the 25.
So a turnover matched with a turnover.
And here's another thing, Hayden. I mean, this Muskogee Rougher football team, as we said a lot tonight, returning as many as we lose. They're probably top 5 team in the state if you even include those 6A1 teams with like Bixby, Union, Jinx,
Yeah.
Owasso. They could be that 5, maybe even higher with this explosive offense and this athletic defense. So really, Enid's not doing too bad with this very young team that they have against a top 5 team in the state.
I mean, you're taking essentially a brand new team and putting it against a team who lost almost no starters except for one big-time playmaker. But they replaced that with talent that can make big plays as well. Enid just, I mean, they lost a lot of their main guys, their seniors, obviously, and it's going to be hard to replace some of that talent. But they have the talent to do it. It's just they aren't quite as experienced, like we said earlier. They just need the experience, and this is a good game for that, and this will be a good game to look back at.
Fires over the middle, almost his second interception. He just wasn't in place. A little behind him.
Almost in the
But hey, it was a good
position.
play, good break up there from the secondary.
See if they can continue to do that. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Just got a text that the Muskogee superintendent is a former Enid High quarterback, according to Randy Johnson. So that's interesting. Ficklin to roll to the right. He finds McGee at the 41.
That was a beautiful throw by him.
There's a
to
flag
the
down there at the
sideline.
26.
It may not even count, but that was a beautiful throw. He kind of jumped and then threw it, and it was a good spot.
Yeah, props to Ficklin there.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people call him one of the best quarterbacks, if not arguably the best in the state. He's got multiple D1 offers for a reason. Throws like that show it. Even if they don't count. I think he was on the 25. I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, I think he was on the 25.
I'm thinking so. I'm just not quite sure. We'll check film.
If you know, you know.
We know.
Here's 4th down and what seems like a light year, Hayden.
Yeah, light year.
You like that one?
It got a bit of a ways to go.
Sounds like one of my old buddies, something he used to say.
Old buddies.
Old buddies, that's right, Hayden. So it goes in favor of the Plainsmen.
You know, I don't think it's 1st down. I think it's 4th down.
It is 4th down. 4th down and 10.
Just to clear up any misconception.
They got to get past the 35. They line of scrimmage is here at the 25. 9:14 left in this football game.
Just to clear up any misconception on that for any of you.
They're going to bring the punt team out. So Clayton Rowland is going to be back deep to receive for the Enid Plainsmen. So what the call was, they said that Ficklin was past the line of scrimmage when he made that throw. And there's Rowland to the 50. That's why he got called back. The throw to McGee. They made the pass executed, but it just was
Called back.
illegally executed,
Yeah, just
which is a penalty in football.
can't do it illegally. Brock Sullivan leading the charge down as they're getting ready to set up business on the 50.
He's a big boy, 6'9", making his first official start tonight.
I think he might be at around 6'10 now.
He might be. He's growing, I swear, every year.
6'10", 6'11", he's gotten way bigger.
That kid was probably taller than I was when he was like 10 years old than I am now.
I mean, you're pretty short. So
I'm only
It's
5'7".
not hard to do.
I'm just saying, dude.
Yeah. Big dude. Another dude that's going to be huge when he gets to high school is Blake Allen's brother, Brock Allen.
Yeah,
he's
Brock Allen.
already huge, and he's in the 8th grader, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's about 6'1", I think. I believe so. So
He's only been growing from here, too. You talked about the turnout with Summer Pride and how many 8th graders we have coming in for football and other sports next year, and he's one of those main guys.
and if Cal Gore's still playing football, he was the quarterback for the 7th grade team last year. I know he did pretty good for the Plainsmen. I don't know if he's playing this year, though. Coach
Possibly
Gore's
could
son.
be.
There's your baseball talk, baseball team.
Yeah, a little bit of baseball talk for you.
So 8:56 to go in the game tonight. 2nd down and 15 for the Plainsmen. Here's the handoff to Fuchsa. Gets 5. Now he gets 4. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11.
Gotta get a first. Gotta convert and get a new set of downs. Get something with this ball. .8:20 to play. 7 seconds on the play clock. Gotta snap the ball.
Here's Robinson. Rolls left. That's pass interference. That's not pass
called.
interference. You know what? We can't do anything about it.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it.
It also might have not been catchable. So 4th down for the Plainsmen, and Robinson to punt once again.
He's had a good day punting the ball, been able to get Enid some good field position for team defense.
High snap, taken in, and it's a fake. He's got one man to beat to the perimeter, and he does. 1st down.
Great run by Robinson to the right side. He just saw open lane there, nobody there, and just took what the special teams unit gave him.
That's a turnaround of events for the Plainsmen.
See if
A
they
good
can-
way to keep this drive going.
See if they go back at Allen.
He is here at the bottom of the screen alongside Tyson Kennedy. And then on the far side, oh my gosh, my eyes aren't too good, Hayden. I think it's Mason Benton on the handoff. It's to Fuchsa. Spins off a tackler, muscling his way all the way to around the 30.
It is Mason, indeed. Just in case you didn't know. So. Second down and 4.
Seven minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. It's a 4-score game. To the flat to Allen, makes a move, cuts upfield to the 15 and out of bounds. So the clock will stop at 7:21 after Zaire Allen's spectacular first down. They get inside the 20 into the blue zone to the 15. They motion over Parks. And Fuchs gets a couple. Just under 7 minutes now left in the game. 42-14, a 4-score game. Plainsmen looking to make it a 3-score game here in the blue zone.
I was just about to say, got to make something happen.
More of a tighter formation to Fuchsa again. Keeps trying to muscle his way. Gets inside the 10 to maybe the 9 or the 8. Where are they going to mark him at? They mark him at the 9. So 3rd down and 4. They have to get past the 5-yard line. A big 3rd down for the Plainsmen. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Robinson takes himself, looking for the perimeter. Gets forward to the 2. So he gets the first to set up a 1st and goal. Plainsmen are in business here, knocking on the door. They only need 2 yards, and they have 4 tries to do it.
5:49 to play.
Here's the snap. Robinson again towards the end zone. Touchdown.
Took it himself.
So that brings it within a 3-score game now for Enid with 5 minutes and 31 seconds to go.
Still a tiny
It's
bit of
doable.
time. It's doable.
You just have to execute everything perfectly from here on out.
Yeah, perfection from here on out.
Kevin Vega to kick for Enid, a freshman who also plays soccer here at Enid High School. And he's been perfect so far. That's another good thing that we've seen out of the team. Brand new kicker. We just lost a kicker that went to the next level. Our new kicker is perfect on extra points so far tonight.
Yeah. You know, Landon Collins, I think we need to go somewhere to eat after this
I'm
game.
a little hungry, Hayden.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry too. I'm feeling like we need to go somewhere to eat after the game.
Mark Ray says it's called Quick Trip.
Yeah, I think I heard the words Quick Trip.
It will be a quick trip. We're about almost 3 hours away from Enid. Oh my gosh, Hayden.
I mean,
Long drive. We ain't getting back till 2 a.m., that's for sure.
long drive with you. I can't wait.
Hayden, what do you mean by that?
You know what I mean by
Okay.
that.
All right, 5:29 to go in this game. Kevin Vega to send away. Boots it deep to the left side. Beasley doesn't take it in. Oh, my goodness. Fields at the 5. Cuts upfield, breaks a tackle, taken down at the 8.
You know, sometimes there's just moments where we say things to each other, and you know,
It's just all fun and games.
yeah, you just have to know it's just fun and games.
That's just the friendship, Hayden.
Yeah, it's just how it goes. Seth, I think you need to ask me a riddle if you're watching.
Alrighty, 5:08 to go in this game and ticking.
It's 42-21, 4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Sure is. Here's the run from the backup running back, Israel Martin. Backup's getting some playing time here for the Ruffers.
Number 35 in on the tackle. No, 35 is not on our active roster.
For the Plainsmen? Are you talking about for the Plainsmen?
Possibly.
Maddox Hayes. That's who it is.
There we go.
You're just not looking in the right spots.
Crediting Maddox Hayes with the tackle there.
Indeed. Here's first down for Muskogee. Hand off to Martin again. Spins off a tackler, hit hard.
By
who was it?
I think Holden Belil was one of them. I'm not sure.
Main contributor there was Lucas Sears, son of defense coordinator Coach Kareem Sears.
Yeah, another guy who firmly believes that it was a safety last year. Second down coming up.
3:32 left in this game. Second down and 11. A 1-yard loss. The tackle was made by Lucas Sears. And a timeout here on the field. Current score 42-21. It's a 21-point game here at Warrior Field at Muskogee High School. I'm Landon Collins alongside Hayden Clark. Hayden, it's been a pleasure calling this game with you tonight. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, 3:23 to go. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great time. And, you know, I can't wait for the rest of the year to go by, our senior year. Just, you know, to get to enjoy that experience and then go off and live our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be amazing.
What are you planning to do after high school, Hayden?
You know, I really want to go to college, a small college down by Tulsa, just a little bit out, you know, be around some family a little bit, get to just live my life myself, you know, and get to learn, and get to go to college for broadcasting and journalism and get to learn that stuff. Just overall get to, you know, live a good life. How about you? Where are you planning on going? I assume you're going somewhere big.
I'm not going to expose where I'm committing yet, Hayden.
Oh, it's not a commitment, though.
It is a commitment in my eyes.
I like the way you think.
Me too. Can somebody say boomer? Fires deep down the field, looking for McGee, and it's caught at the 40. Headed all the way towards the end zone. Touchdown, Ruffers.
And that was a huge play by McGee, a guy that we just have not said a whole lot about for Muskogee today. He has made two big plays when we said something about that. That was huge. He won on the outside and was just able to take it all the way to the house. And that may be the dagger.
So here's the extra point from Valenti Espinoza. Both kickers for Muskogee are freshmen. Said that a couple times tonight, but I don't quite remember who the kicker was last year, but the kick is up and good.
So you got 3 minutes on offense. Robinson's kind of found his groove with the offense a little bit. Let's see what they can get rolling. And
hey, all I'm looking for right here, Hayden, I'm just looking to get better. The scoreboard might not be in our favor, but I'm just looking to get some good plays, get open downfield. All we need is experience right now. We're a young team. Once we get experience more throughout the season, you'll see better things.
We just need to see improvement and see that they're getting better with every drive.
That's for sure.
One thing I don't think we talk about nearly enough is some of the people on the coaching staff do, and some of the work that they've put in over the last couple of years to get this program to where it is now.
Oh, yeah.
And get this team now. Like
Condor was one of those people last year.
Yeah, Condor was here for like 8 years beforehand.
He's
8
here
or
since
9,
2015, 2016, somewhere around there.
And he was there a little bit before that in another role, wasn't he? He had something to do with it beforehand, too.
Okay, so he's here for a couple, like about 5 years. He left for about 2 years to go down to Texas with one of his sons to coach, I believe. But Brady stayed here, and yeah, that's what he did. And then he ended up coming back as an assistant.
Mm-hmm. And Coach Shears has been here for a long time
yeah.
well, and has been putting
Coach
in
Shears
a lot
is
of
a
work
true
with the
OG.
defense. Yeah.
And he even played here. There's a fumble on the field. Who picks it up? It was Enid. But yeah, Coach Shears is really a true OG to this program. He played here back in the 90s. Went on to play at Nebraska, a 3-time national champion. So
He's taught his own style of defense here, and it's been very effective over the past couple of years since he took over this defensive staff.
He really is a guy we don't talk about enough.
A guy that doesn't get nearly enough credit. Another thing we don't talk about is the band. The band doesn't get nearly enough credit. They're very good. They perform very well.
Yeah, shout out to the band, the pom, the cheer. Shout out to admin. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mark Ray. Shout out to Mr. Prokopis.
Just throwing shout outs.
We love you
everywhere.
all. Oh, what a tackle shed there from Kennedy. Gets 9 on the reception.
.245 to play. Muskogee player has his helmet come off, so he's got to sit out of play.
Here's Enid on 2nd down and short. A bullet right side taken in.
Throw.
Who was it? I can't see from here. My eyes are too bad.
Jamison Washington with an amazing catch on an amazing throw by Robinson. Thread the needle.
Yeah, that was it right there. You know,
baseball type throw right there. What a throw.
You know, it's sad to say I'm getting old when my eyes are this bad at this age.
Unfortunately, that didn't count, but that was an incredible throw. Not a throw that's easy to make by any means. Got it right in between in the breadbasket.
Oh, that looks like they call it back, but here's the first down.
Did you see Brock Sullivan jump up from his back, too? That was pretty impressive for his size.
Oh, yeah. He's an athlete.
Oh, that was impressive, too.
So first down and 10 for the Plainsmen at the 30. And the 21 personnel set, handoff to Fuchsa. Gets to about the 33, maybe the 34. Looks like he's going to mark about the 34-yard line. So a 4-yard gain and 6 yards to go on an upcoming 2nd down for the Plainsmen.
90 seconds to go. Not in any hurry. Just taking their time. Number 13, Keon Young in now at wide receiver on the outside. And that was almost intercepted. That was almost taken back and could have been taken to the house.
Just a minute to go now. Clock stops after the incompletion.
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Yes, you are correct.
See, maybe they just throw the ball up, make something happen. Final minute.
You know, after this minute's over, Hayden, we're going to obviously talk about the game, but then we pack up, go to Quick Trip, Got 3 hours to get back home. We're getting back at 2 a.m.
And
Here's Robinson, and he just finds Fuchsa in the backfield. Fuchsa finds
What
the
a
first down as
hit.
well. It don't matter. He still has the football and gets the first down.
And you know who's next week?
Ponca City.
Ponca City.
At Ponca City. That's going to be a
Okay.
great one,
Whoa.
folks. Make sure you tune in next week, September 1st, on a Friday night.
Gonna be a good one. Got your popcorn ready for that one, because that's gonna be a show.
You know, Ponca City, I'm not going to lie, they're really looking at one of their better teams in recent memory. They came off a playoff appearance last year, as we did too. They have a couple of athletes on that team. They got a pretty good receiver, Gavin Cunningham, so that really will be an interesting matchup.
Looks like a penalty on Muskogee, so we're gonna move forward to about the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down. 52 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter. 49-21, now clock's ticking.
First down and 10 after Blake Fuchsa's long reception. He had the yards after the catch. Percival just dropped it. That's unfortunate, but it's all right. Clock will stop at 34 seconds. And he had a good play in the scrimmage that we were at last Thursday, Hayden.
Yeah, he did. He took one for, I think I got that one on film, actually.
Yeah, he got it on film.
Took that one, and he ran it about 40 or 50 yards down the field for a huge gain. And
I think it was like 20 maybe,
Yeah.
but still, it was
He
a
also-
good play.
He also had that 22-yard touchdown just earlier in this game.
He sure did. Here's Robinson. Steps back. The pressure's on him. He makes a miss. Robinson fires a bullet to Percival, and it's incomplete. No, it's intercepted. Did he drop it? He dropped it. I thought he had that.
Percival had that one, too, just went right out of his hands. Robinson made a good play against the pressure, rolling out to his right and finding his
Look at
open
the vision
man.
there from Robinson, though.
Yeah, there's a vision to find the open man down the field.
You
and
might think that he's going to look in the flats there, but he's looking deep down the field.
We got a player down for Muskogee. He's getting up and walking off on his own power. That's good to see. 26 seconds left, you know. Maybe just looking to score to end the game, you know, to end it on a high note. They fought really hard throughout this game. It's just, you know, Muskogee came to play, so did we, and Muskogee just ended up being the team that went out on top.
Hayden, the weather recently, I know that's like something people talk about and they have nothing to talk about, but I'm actually being serious right now. The weather outside, I'm so glad we're indoors right now.
I am very glad we're indoors, too.
Today said it's supposed to feel like 115.
It's
outside.
over 100 degrees outside. Feels like 115. It was raining in the Tulsa area, but it did not rain here. Not a very ideal situation outside.
Incomplete pass intended for Zaire Allen. Plainsmen will set up for a fourth down at the 40-yard line.
It's 4th and 10. 20 seconds to play.
It's doable.
Clock ticking. No, clock's not ticking. Play clock is at 14. Could be one of the last plays of this football game. Trips to the top.
Here's Robinson. Looks over the middle for Keon Young. Oh, and he takes it in. First down into the blue zone to the 15-yard line. Clock is stopped at 12 seconds.
Looks like they may have called a timeout.
Clock running now. 5 seconds, 4 seconds.
They're just going to let
Nope,
the clock
the timeout
run out.
at 5 seconds.
I thought they would just let the clock run out.
No, they want those extra points. Got to bring that average up for points per game.
That's true.
That's not the real reason why, though. They got to end it off on a good note. They got about, just one play to do it.
Inside the blue zone, maybe just throw this one up to Zaire as we saw earlier on the trick play with Israel. See if he can come up with something.
Or we talked a little bit earlier about maybe Bennett Percival could be a good.
Yeah, he had that 22-yarder earlier, just like
Yeah.
I said, and he could do that again easily from the 15.
So yeah, like I said, very doable here.
Got one play. I think you're just going to try to push this ball into the end zone and get a score.
So Fuchsa stays in at running back. And they're going to have 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Robinson on the final play of scrimmage of tonight's game. Waiting to start the play here. Referee talking to Coach Travis Hill for the Ruffers. And it looks like we're about to get ready to go. Still a hold up. Talking to Robinson now. Arm around the back. Still talking to Robinson. And we're ready to go for the final play of the game. 12 seconds on the clock now. So not the final play of the game. Maybe 2 or 3 more.
Well, maybe they were debating or talking over what time to put the clock
Offsides with Keon Young on the far side. I saw that happen.
You see Robinson punt the ball up and ran in perfectly in the ref's arms.
Houdini.
Houdini.
That'll bring them back the Plainsmen by 5 yards. So now 20 yards to the end zone. So you could hit an out route here and then just hit a quick fade or something.
Didn't he
along those
have a
lines.
Houdini-type throw in summer training camp that we got on film of him throwing the ball while being thrown to the ground?
Did we?
I believe so.
Well, here's the play. Has the pressure, he's going to throw it away. The clock will stop at 8 seconds.
He got hit hard there, stumbling on the ways back up, or on his way back up.
Eight seconds to go. At least one more play left in this ball game. Here's Robinson, fade route to the end zone for Young. Oh my goodness, he almost took that one in.
3 seconds on the play clock now. Maybe you can run one more play. One more chance.
That's it, just one more play left to go.
Tried to come up with a one-handed grab in the end zone.
You know what I'd love to see here? Some razzle-dazzle.
Some Plainsman magic. See what they can do on this final play of the game.
So it's trips right and Keon Young alone on the left. Over the middle, touchdown. Tyson Kennedy gets his touchdown of tonight.
Great catch on his part. Great route on his part, too. Going out and beating his defender and getting the catch and going into the end zone. And
good way to end the night.
Yeah, just
extra
like we
point
said.
Team coming out.
Got to score, end the night on a good note.
Here's the kick. It's no good.
So the final score of this football game will be 49-27. The Muskogee Ruffers take this one for their home opener. Enid's road opener ends in a tough loss. Tonight was just a night about learning, really, is what we've preached the entire time. They needed to learn. These were new young guys. Obviously, we had a lot of seniors that started last year that are no longer with us. And we have a new head coach, a new system, a lot of new players as well, new coaches. And we've had to learn a lot throughout the offseason. We had to learn a lot in this game tonight. It was a tough game, but we came out here and we fought really hard on offense and defense, made plays, made great catches, had a great turnover on that Jamison Washington interception. Zaire had a great toe drag catch.
Yeah.
We had that touchdown with Bennett Percival. We had just that touchdown with Tyson, too. We've made some great plays tonight on offense and defense. It's just we're young, we're inexperienced, we've got to learn, we're going to learn things, and there's some teams that we come in and we have to learn tough lessons from, and this was one of those teams.
Yeah, that's the thing about this Plainsman football team in this 2023 season. You lose 16, 17 starters. It's going to be a little rough in the beginning, but that's all right.
And
you got to learn.
And on offense, you only had 2 returning starters, and 2 seniors last year were the vocal points of that offense, and Luke Rao and Tyke Andrews. Both of them were superstar players who would take over a game by themselves. And you don't have those players at your disposal anymore, so you have to rely on these younger guys to go out there and get in the game and make plays and such. And some of them are just young and inexperienced and are going to make mistakes, but as they learn and as they go along, they're going to continue to get better, and those mistakes will become less and less.
Yeah, you got to look at the positive side of things. I mean, obviously, you lose 2 star players, and so you lose Tyke, you lose Luke. Well, that opens up more opportunities for younger players to get more experience under their belts, so
the point of
it really opens up the game.
The point of Effortville was to show that despite the fact that there is adversity and that there was talk around us on losing all these people and that we would take a step back, the point of Effortville was to show that we are still willing to come out and try our hardest and fight to the very end, and that's what makes us a good football team. And we are going to continue to get better throughout the year. We have the determination and are willing to try to the very end to play, and we will play hard in any sport that we are in.
That's for sure, Hayden. Final score of tonight's game, 49-27. Plainsmen fall just short by 3 scores. Next week at Ponca City, September 1st, Friday night. Be there or listen to us, watch us. Yeah, we don't mind you guys watching us, but obviously we want the support in person. So
yeah, we want to see in-person support for these boys, but if you can't make it in person, you can always come and watch us, and we will put on hopefully a good show for you guys.
Yeah, well, folks, we're signing off. I'm Landon Collins alongside Hayden Clark. Hope you guys have a good night. And if you are at the game, safe travels home.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.